We are going live. We are officially live on YouTube. What is popping? It is the kid. It is the most hated yet anticipated Mikey T, the movie star. I'm back with another exclusive on YouTube, doing a bit of a simulcast for the moment with Instagram. So I want everybody that's on the gram to hop over onto YouTube and join me. Join me on YouTube right now. For the moment with Instagram. I need everybody to head over to YouTube and join me on the YouTube stream right now. Earn Entertainment. We're going to be talking about just that. T-Mac, everybody go join me on YouTube right now. But what is good, everyone? It's the kid, Mikey T, the movie star. We got some dope news tonight. We got kind of a little bit of a crazy story when it comes to hip hop rappers and the Feds situation, and then we got another crazy story when it comes to the world of sports and entertainment. This is when sports and entertainment actually mix it up a little bit with what happened with Logan Paul today and Floyd Mayweather. But more importantly than them two just coming together for their face-off, what happened with Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather, you guys. That was something that kind of went a little bit crazy. Yeah, Marcus, it's nuts about Herbo. He had been going through a whole situation, a couple federal charges, but now they're bringing him up on a few more. They're bringing G Herbo up on a few more charges, you guys. They're actually bringing him up on the fact that he lied to a special agent while in the middle of an interview. That's what they want to put on G Herbo at the current time. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. Go ahead and hit that like button. Share this video. You know what I'm saying? We're going to let the stream get going. It's interesting to me that G Herbo is getting offered a plea deal that is somewhat similar to Fujiano's, with the whole situation, lying to a Fed, 5-year plea deal. Fujiano cut off his bracelet and was ultimately sentenced to 5 years. What up, Lions Den? Well, Carlos Pena, it's a moniker, my G, like 50 Cent. That's my name, Mikey T, the movie star. My brother's actually a director. He just released a movie called Slapface. Marcus says, how true is it about him lying to the Feds? Well, apparently he lied about knowing somebody who was in a position of, a high position, a position that favored many people. Like, it would put them on private jets. It would cover their travel expenses, things like that. That's where they're tying G Herbo to this dude. That's what it seems like to me. That's honestly what it seems like to me. Right. It's all about allegedly dude was his associate. Allegedly the dude put him on planes, you know what I mean? And the guy was a multimillionaire that G Herbo said that he didn't know. And now it turns out that he's listed in the indictment with the dude. So the Feds are like, you evidently lied to us. You know what I mean? You have dealings with him. You've had dealings with him in the past. You maybe even had dealings with him after we spoke. So G Herbo's in kind of a tight position right now, you guys. G Herbo's career, you know what I mean, was at a point where he had really built his name. He had really become somebody. We know where G Herbo's from. He's out of Chicago. He's got a pretty big name when it comes to all those rappers, but sometimes you just you gotta sit back and you watch this happen, and you're like, holy shit, like, why is this happening to one of the artists that we thought was actually out there thriving on the scene? Why is this happening to one of the artists that we thought had all their ducks in a row? And sometimes it's just because of them simply dealing with one person, or a group of individuals. This is another situation where we're seeing, we saw what happened with Casanova, we saw what happened with Bobby Shmurda, AR Rab, and now we're seeing it happen with G Herbo. They're like, man, this guy wanted to hang out with you. This guy wanted to come around with you and go to your various shows or your public appearances. Maybe he even covered the jets there. You know what I mean? Maybe he even covered the jets to the different places. Maybe he even covered some of the expenses out at the nightclubs. You know what I mean? Just to be within the group. And look, that's how I could see it looking from the outside in, you guys. Willie Six, appreciate you for tapping in. We got quite an unfortunate situation going on right now with G Herbo. You know what I mean? He had got wrapped up not too long ago with the feds over a bunch of it wasn't violent crimes. He hadn't got wrapped up on any type of violent crimes, but G Herbo got wrapped up, and now he's wrapped up even further. Now he's wrapped up even further because of his association. At first, G Herbo was facing about 10 years. Or no, excuse me. He was facing about 60 months in jail. 60 months is actually 5 years. He was facing 60 to 65 months. And now allegedly there's a whole nother 5 years on top of it. But back in December, G Herbo actually pled not guilty to federal fraud charges. And on that case, he was actually facing up to 6 years in jail. Okay. What up, Chase Moolah? What's popping with you tonight? How you doing, my G? Yarrow says the feds are going hard recently on these rappers. Yeah, that's evident, man. Ab actually just said that in my recent interview with him. He was like, "Yo, I don't even like diss records." You know what I mean? What up, Iceberg? Ab was like, "I don't even like diss records, to be 100% honest with you anymore, because that's just something that the feds use to wrap you up." But another couple charges that we've seen that haven't actually been violent related, they haven't been related to violence, have been these scams. When it came to the pandemic, we saw a couple of those charges listed with Casanova. You know what I mean? Don Rock, what's popping with you? Appreciate you for tuning in tonight. Yeah, guys, we're talking about a number of things tonight, y'all. We're talking about G Herbo. We're talking about 50 and Floyd. 50 and Floyd. And also, we're going to be talking about Casanova. Yep, that's right. I got some new update on Casanova. Got a new update on Casanova we're going to get in tonight as well. Ernest, appreciate you, man. Go ahead, hit that like button, share this video. I appreciate it. Let me get this, though. Let me bring this up. Because, Casanova does the majority of his posting from Twitter. Casanova's been speaking out a little bit on Twitter. Don Rock, was popping with you? On air says, are them offenses stackable or can they be run concurrently? Well, actually, on air everything, LLC, I think this is a little bit different. Like in the past, we saw Ja Rule get a gun charge, but then he also had a charge of tax evasion. He also had a tax evasion charge. So those actually ran concurrently because two separate charges. But this whole thing with G Herbo, I got a feeling it's going right into the same case. You know what I'm saying? I got a feeling that from what I read, this is the third federal charge that he's catching. I think it might all go into the same case. I'm not 100% familiar with how that works, but we're just going to have to wait and see. We're just going to have to wait and see because there's rumors about it being a 5-year plea deal. a 5-year plea deal. Will that encompass both charges? Will he have the 5 years on top of the other 5.5 to 6 years? We just got to wait and see how it all plays out. Spencer42, I appreciate you tapping in. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share this video. We are just getting started tonight. We're speaking on Casanova. That's right, we're speaking on Casanova, you guys. We're speaking on G Herbo currently. And we also got to talk about 50 Cent and Floyd, though. 50 and Floyd going back at it. 50 and Floyd going back at it. 50 just can't let that shit go. Appreciate you, Eric Harris. Thank you for tapping in. James Brown, 716. Buffalo on the check-in tonight. Casanova had made some statements recently by his Twitter. On just yesterday, he actually said, "There's something wrong with your character if opportunity controls your loyalty. I'm more concerned with who you are behind my back than who you are in my face. Your loyalty shouldn't depend on my presence because my loyalty never depended on yours." That's right. That's right. That's some good words right there from Casanova. Appreciate it. Connecticut's in the building. 757. Ernest says, hopefully G Herbo can beat the case. I was hopeful of that as well. I'm looking at it like, okay, this is just a fraud case. He pled guilty to the fraud charges. I'm like, all right, it's a case about, something that he could potentially beat and not have to serve out any crazy amount of time for. We saw the Irv Gotti, the Gotti brothers beat money laundering charges. Those weren't in regard to violence. Those charges weren't actually in regard to violence. You know what I mean? So I had high hopes of G Herbo beating these charges as well, coming through, continuing his rap career, you know what I mean? Focusing on his life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the biggest G Herbo fan, but obviously I see his career. It's right in front of my face. He does a lot of interviews with people that I mess with, like Gilly and Wallow had brought him on $1 million worth of game. He was out of that crop of artists from Chicago that came up that we all initially had our eyes on. So he's always been there right in front of us. So I really was thinking he could sweep these charges up. I was thinking that he could literally sweep these charges up and just move on, But now they've put 2 and 2 together. They've added an additional charge because apparently an interview that G Herbo did where they said, come do this interview with us. He was like, okay, I'll do the interview with you. He ended up doing an interview with the feds, and he told them that he didn't know this guy in question, that he didn't know the guy in question who later got tied up in the indictment. And now they're like, well, you clearly did know him. This guy had you on jets. You were around this guy. This guy was a presence in your life. And now we're charging you with lying to us. So that's how they're really looking at this situation in my eyes with G Herbo. The fact that he had an open conversation with them where he told them this and that, and I just hope that can get thrown out. You know what I mean? I hope, because that would be a simple way. You know what I mean? I hope it could get thrown out. Like he could just have his lawyer say, you know what? My client was forthcoming to do this interview with you. He wasn't doing this interview for you to use it as damning information on him in the future. You know what I mean? They're talking about 5 years. They want him to cop out to the 5 years now over this interview. They're like, we basically got you. We got you here. We have you tied into the whole thing because unless he just beats it flat out. On air said, we have another topic as well. We're talking about this whole situation with 50 now chiming in on Floyd Mayweather and Jake Paul. I did see online Jake Paul's brother Logan and Floyd came together. They came together. Actually, they had their face off. It was a little boring. You know what I mean? So when you look at it in that respect, what was Jake Paul trying to do? Jake Paul was trying to rattle, you know what I mean? He was trying to get some attention. He was trying to stir up some controversy by taking Floyd's hat. One of my friends said to me, one of my homies said to me, they were like, yo, Mikey T, Floyd doesn't really wear hats. You know what I mean? Floyd doesn't naturally wear hats. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, Floyd actually just grew his hair out. So potentially that could be the reason that he's wearing a hat now, even though he normally wouldn't in the past, whatever. But honestly, I think that was Jake Paul. I think that was Jake Paul 100% grabbing the hat. You know what I mean? Jake Paul grabbing the hat. Yo, I got your hat. I got your hat. You know what I mean? Because Floyd, as you all had seen me report a few months back, Floyd actually said he would take Jake Paul after he beat Logan Paul. Now, with all the recent victory from Jake, there's how much interest is there really in Logan versus Floyd? It's like too preliminary. You know what I mean? It's too preliminary. You know what I'm saying? How much interest is there now with Logan and Floyd after what just happened with Jake and Floyd? That's what I'm asking. What up, Drew? Appreciate you for tapping in. Hit that like button. Share this video. Appreciate you, man. Got a dope couple stories we're talking about tonight. Casanova, Herbo, and of course, everything that just popped off with Floyd Mayweather, Jake Paul, and that has led 50 Cent to now dissing Floyd once again. Of course, 50 had to call Floyd out, right? Of course, 50 had to call Floyd out in this whole situation. You know, I was just literally talking about how Floyd told everybody, I'll fight Logan Paul. And then I'll even fight Jake Paul right after, as long as Jake Paul wins his fight, is what Floyd said. And then Floyd went as far to say, I'll even fight 50 at the end of the year. Do you guys remember me reporting this? Do you guys remember me reporting this? Floyd Mayweather actually said that he would fight 50 Cent one-on-one. He said he doesn't care about the weight. Floyd Mayweather legitimately said the only thing he cares about when getting in the ring with 50 is that it is a winner take all. Winner take all. He doesn't want to give 50 the opportunity. Like he said, I'm going to make sure the Paul brothers, Logan and Jake and Logan Paul, make money on these fights. They're going to make a ton of money on these fights, is what Floyd Mayweather said. I don't know how he feels about that now after Jake doing the whole got your hat, got your nose, got your nose, got your hat. You know what I mean? Got your hat. After him doing that whole thing, to me, that had to infuriate Floyd Mayweather. What do you guys all think? What do you guys think? Ernest says controversy sells. PJ says Floyd will be KO'd first round, legacy destroyed. Well, I should have expected that from you, PJ. But a lot of people are saying that, like, if one of these guys, whether it was Logan or Jake, were to KO, Floyd, it could potentially be legacy over. You know what I mean? Or it could mean rematch. You know what I mean? Or it could mean rematch. So it could be a double check, or it could be a triple check. Hell, it could be a quadruple check if he fights both of these guys twice, which I don't think is going to happen. Me personally, if I was asked to pick who I think would win in a fight with Logan Paul and Floyd, I mean, it's obviously going to be Floyd, even though there's a considerable weight difference. Logan Paul is 190 pounds. You know what I mean? Logan Paul is 190 pounds. I'd imagine anybody got Jake Paul's weight, so I don't got to go look it up. Chase Moolah said Floyd is a grown-ass man. They some little-ass boys. They both some little boys. Yeah, I don't know if they know what they're getting into, Chase. Like, I don't know. Like, I understand they're going for the double-digit millions. You know what I mean? I understand they're going for $20 and $30 million. They're going for the big paycheck because they got on from, you know what I mean, YouTube or however they got on. You know what I mean? They got on. And now they're looking for them big-ass paychecks, $30 million. And I respect it. Somebody wants to toss me 30, 40 bands for a boxing fight. I mean, that'll be the first one because they're going to see how hard I come on here and promote it. They're going to see how hard I come on here and promote it. Then they'll be like, damn, we're going to have to give Mikey 100 for the next one. I'll take 30 for the first one. I'll take 40 for the first one. I already know who I would have training me, man. I already got the connection. I already got the connection to who would actually train me for my fight. You know what I'm saying? Came in at 190 fast. Drew, is that what Jake Paul weighs as well? But looking at 50's IG, he posted a picture of Floyd. Floyd's obviously been growing his facial hair back. You know what I mean? He's retired to a certain degree, so he doesn't need to keep the same cut and shave that he had once kept every day. I don't think it's a matter of money like that is with some rappers who keep the fade going for such a long time, but then they grow out the hair, because keeping up with your hair is an everyday thing. You know what I mean? Especially if you're a rapper, especially if you're being seen on an everyday basis, you always got to have a new shape up. Okay, so Drew, Jake Paul and Logan Paul pretty much weigh the same amount. And that's why I was looking into that whole situation, because a lot of people were saying 50 and Floyd will never fight because of the weight. I was like, well, that doesn't make sense, because Floyd's about to fight a dude who's just about 200 pounds. You know what I mean? He's already about to fight a dude that's just about 200 pounds. So it really didn't make any sense to me that, you know what I mean? It didn't make any sense to me that Floyd wouldn't fight 50 Cent. And come to find out, Floyd has no problem whatsoever fighting 50 Cent. Yeah, 50's a fool. 50's a fool. He said, what the F is going on, champ? What the F is going on, champ's head? I heard he had his pubic hairs put on his face. That's what 50 said about Floyd, because you know that's one of the things that they like to say about when people get, you know, shit done to themselves. You know, like they're trying to say that Floyd's hair isn't real. You know what I mean? Just because Floyd is like about halfway to being a billionaire, they want to say that he's got to buy hair or whatever like that. They always want to make assessments like that and shit. PJ says 50 Cent heavy favorite. What do you guys think? I'm asking everybody in the chat now, what do you guys think? 50 Cent versus Floyd Mayweather. Who would win in an actual fight between 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather, you guys, if they actually stepped up in the boxing ring? Now, I'm going to say Floyd is going to take Logan easily. That's going to be a little bit of an appetizer. Floyd said, I'll fight both of you guys on the same night. I think that's a little too much. And don't waste the pay-per-view. You know what I mean? Don't waste the pay-per-view. Don't waste the payday. So, you know, we can get the Logan Paul. They're saying it's rumored for June 5th. Then after that, we can get, you know, September, we can get the Jake Paul joint. You know, we can build up that throughout the summer. And then we can end the year with 50 Cent, you guys. Floyd said he'd do it. Is 50 not going to accept $50 million to fight Floyd Mayweather? It doesn't make any sense to me that 50 wouldn't accept $50 million to fight Floyd Mayweather. If Logan Paul and Jake Paul are going to get 25, 20, $30 million, 50 will easily command, you know what I mean, $50 million for this fight. Can $50 million bring 50 away from directing BMF? You know what I mean? From producing Power? You know what I'm saying? That's the one, excuse me, guys. That's the one out that 50 could have. My bad about that, homies. The one out that 50 could have is actually that he's got too much money to focus on. hundreds of millions of dollars in television dollars. But let's see what everyone thinks about 50 Cent versus Floyd Mayweather in a boxing match, because I think it's pretty easy to say that Floyd would beat both of the Paul brothers. Drew W says 50 wouldn't be able to touch Floyd Mayweather. I did speak with Kid about that. I said that 50 wouldn't be able to really touch Floyd in that regard because of his training. This is 50 is coming out of his element. 50's element is music. Floyd's element is sports. You know what I mean? Fighting. And Good said, Floyd gonna win. Come on, man. Salute to you for tapping in and dropping a comment, my dude. Hit that like button. Dansbury says 50 wins. So we got two Floyd. Oh, no, we got 250 now. On air says 50's got to take it. Chase Moolah says my money's with the money team. So that's 3-2. Josh said that 50 had fought him a couple times and was winning until Floyd's security stepped in. So, Josh, are you saying you would go 50 if they got into the boxing ring? Ernest said Floyd will knock out 50. I don't know about that, Ernest. How's he going to knock out 50 when he technically didn't knock out Pacquiao? You know what I mean? Let's be 100% honest. Alex says people don't understand the difference between a professionally trained boxer and an average Joe. Now, 50's not an average Joe, but I'm going to agree with you 100% on that, because the analogy that I had made was that, 50 Cent fights Ja Rule, right? Floyd is a similar size to Ja Rule, but Floyd is trained to fight. You know what I mean? He's trained to fight. 52 or whatever now. What is it, 51 or 52? I think it's 52, right? Let's see. What does everyone else think about 50 versus Floyd? Bully said, when Jake Paul snatched his hat off his head, Floyd Mayweather's bodyguards rushed him, get the hat back, bust his mouth open. He was bleeding, and he has a black eye now. Yeah, Bully, I actually did see Jake Paul looking a little rough after that whole situation. But he got so many millions of eyes on him. He took the whole spotlight from his brother. He took the whole spotlight. Whatever his brother gets, he's getting double now. Whatever his brother gets, he's getting double now, you guys. And that's just facts. Like, after that, the promotion that I see right there, Jake Paul versus Floyd Mayweather is the fight to watch right now. Jake Paul has 60 pounds on Floyd. PJ, same with Logan. They're both right around the same weight. On air says 50 was a Golden Glove boxer. He's not a regular Joe. I do understand he wasn't a pro, but still the fight experience and knowledge plus weight is a good opportunity to win. Okay, I see what you're saying right there, man. Alex says 50 will never fight Floyd Mayweather, winner take all. I agree with that 100%. I don't think 50 will put himself in a position to make no money. Like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. The only thing I think will attract 50 Cent to a Floyd Mayweather fight is $50 million, $40 million, the big paycheck up front. You know what I mean? Because I guess when you're training for a fight, you're kind of taking yourself away from regular life for like probably 3 months. You know what I mean? I think I had heard like Brock Lesnar, CM Punk say that when they were training, they needed 3 to 6 months to actually train for one fight. So you're taking yourself out of your life for a considerable chunk. And we all know 50's main things right now are to be an executive producer. I'm on YouTube Live right now, you guys. If y'all want to join me over there, I'm on YouTube Live, everyone. I just did a little simulcast on Instagram. Iceberg says Floyd for the easy win. 50 wouldn't even have enough stamina, even if he is physically stronger in muscle mass. Iceberg Dan's Butterfly disagrees. He says 50 would win, hands down. Share this video, everyone. Let's get everybody in here tonight. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Everyone from Instagram, head over to my YouTube. Come over and interact with me on YouTube, guys. Facts. Okay. Boxing for Life. Salute to you for tuning in. And he actually said Floyd would beat all of three of them in one night. And that's actually Boxing for Life is talking about Logan Paul, Jake Paul, and 50 Cent. He's saying that he would beat all three of them in one night. Floyd actually went and said that he would beat both of the Paul brothers in one night, but I think he should space it out just to play it safe. Space the fights out. Initially, Floyd Mayweather had went on his Instagram and said, "All right, after I beat Logan Paul, I'll take on Jake Paul." Because, Jake had initially had the knockout and he had another fight coming. Floyd was like, if Jake Paul wins his next fight, I'll consider fighting him. And then 50, I'm taking you at the end of the year. Floyd said that he wanted to take 50 in a exhibition at the end of the year, but there was just a little bit of a difference, you guys. The little bit of the difference was that Floyd had actually said the Paul brothers, Logan and Jake, they're going to make some money, but 50, nah, that's going to be winner take all pot. So it would probably be like a $200 million pot or like a maybe $120 million pot. Actually, no, it would probably be $150 million pot. Yo, what up, Block? Appreciate you for tuning in. Louisiana's in the building. Louisiana's in the building tonight. Chanel says Floyd is going to beat the hell out of that boy. I'm not mad at Logan, and actually salute him for having the balls to get in the ring at the champ. Floyd getting $100 million for this walk in the park. Yup. Facts. But will it be a walk in the park? Oh, yo, angry fan. That's the last time I ever shout your bitch ass out. No more shout outs for you. No more shout outs for you. Now nobody gets to know you. Goodbye. But his lame ass will probably use this as for his drop on YouTube now. Lame ass. I gave you a shout out earlier too, but you don't get no more shout outs, man. I try to show people love, but you know what? What did 50 say? What did 50 say what love will do to you? And I see it right there. You ain't a blogger. You ain't a blogger just because you made a YouTube channel, dude. Get off my nuts. Some dudes be thinking they're bloggers just because they make YouTube channels. It's like, come on, man. Louisiana was popping. Philly's in the building. Salute, Leo King. Appreciate you for tapping in tonight, man. Casanova's been speaking out. Casanova's been speaking out on his Instagram page. Or, excuse me, he's more vocal on his Twitter. Let's get into Casanova, you guys. Eugene, what's popping? What's popping, Eugene? We're about to get into Casanova right now. Casanova's actually been posting on his Instagram page or his Twitter, excuse me. He actually had his page deleted. His Instagram page had been deleted, so he's mostly been posting on his Twitter account. He actually posted like in the middle of April about the bond that he put up, right? Nah, man, sorry. No more shout outs because of that dude, yo. No more shout outs because of that dude. Sometimes dudes be making it hard for y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. I try to show love to everybody. B Moore's in the building. If you want to shout out, go to my YouTube right now. Join me on YouTube if you want to shout out. Diana Rose, what's popping? Everyone head over to my YouTube if you want to shout out. But yeah, you guys, Casanova's been very vocal since middle of April. I mean, we all know, you know what I mean? He's been vocal the whole time. He tried to keep it on a positive vibe, in all honesty, doing the Junebug challenge. You know what I mean? Showing us that he could still be the Casanova that he turned into. You know what I'm saying? The Casanova that he turned into from the guy that he actually was incarcerated for being. Like, he changed his whole life, you guys. The man went from, you know what I mean, having to hustle to make it, in his younger years, to getting married, producing music, going on, you know what I mean, safari adventures. The man changed his life. It's pretty evident. BX in the building was popping. SG was popping. On air, everything. Texas is in the building. Share this video. Head over to my YouTube if you're on IG right now if you want a shout out. Head over right now. Come over on my YouTube right now, you guys. I'll give you a shout out on IG. Denise Jacks, what's popping with you? Much love from Pennsylvania. Appreciate you, Mikey T. Nah, I appreciate you, Denise, for popping in tonight and saying and showing some love. What up, Antoine Hollow, man? What's popping with you tonight? You know, I'm showing all the people love. Frank Dockett, Jersey's in the building. Okay, money. My man's on IG and YouTube. Sometimes y'all get some exclusives on IG that you're not going to get on, on the YouTube. Sometimes on IG, I'll pop on there and be like, yo, I'm dropping a new video. I'm dropping a new video at this time. New edition saying it free the real. But let's get into some of these messages from Casanova, you guys, that he actually posted on his Instagram. So everybody join me over on YouTube right now if you want to hear messages that Casanova posted. Salute. So we're going to get into these messages. Hold on. What's this shit with okay. It looks like people are already impersonating the Floyd Mayweather and Jake Paul shit. It looks like Rich the Kid is putting up a you know what I mean? Yup. Off TV. Yup. The fake blogger played himself because I shouted him out. I was going to show him some love, but he wants to, you know what I mean? Nah. Ooh, I got 5. Let's talk. Said if 50 lose, it will laugh out loud his career, but 50 got hands. Yeah, that's one of the main reasons that a lot of people say 50 wouldn't do the fight. Career embarrassment. You know what I mean? They say there's a major opportunity that he faces some severe career embarrassment. You know what I mean? If he steps in the ring with Floyd Mayweather. I mean, we've heard the rumors of them having fights behind the scenes. The bodyguards pull them apart. They're really just friends. You know what I mean? They're really just friends. But if we saw them actually get in the ring and one of them had the opportunity to really put hands on the other, and then it might lead to several moments of pure embarrassment. I don't think friends really want to do that to each other. Kenny Smith said Floyd is a featherweight, Fifth is a heavyweight. Yeah, but Floyd Mayweather is taking all exhibitions right now, man. Floyd Mayweather is getting all the money he can. And from the sound of it, when he was doing interviews, Floyd seemed to say that it seemed to seem like Floyd wasn't going to have a problem with a guy bigger than him. You know what I mean? It kind of seemed like Floyd doesn't have any he's not afraid to get in the ring with somebody bigger than him at all. It doesn't seem like it. Ooh, LaShawn Jackson coming up with a pure fact. If 50 can get over that pitch at MetLife Stadium, he can get through anything. Well, I mean, if that pitch is any indication of 50's athletic ability, I don't know how well he would do in a boxing ring. You know what I'm saying? And furthermore, we haven't even seen 50. Have we seen him step inside like any type of ring publicly? Like how we've seen Snoop appear in WWF, AEW, WWE. But have we ever seen it yet? Aside from 50 leading Floyd out to the ring? Boom. Nee Andrews said it right there. Better than me, apparently. 50 and Floyd should do MMA. This is a real fight. Oh, hold on. Let me show homeboy something. Let me show Paul Wallace. Something he could never afford. Let me show no, excuse me, not Paul Wallace. Paul Wallace, I'm sorry. Let me show Bucciano. Bucciano something he can't afford. Bucky, I know what you got in your bag. I know you got a bunch of shards in your bag, bro. You know what I mean by shards? Come on, be honest. You can't smoke like me. Come on, be honest. Be honest. You can't smoke like me, man. Be honest. All them bloggers can't even smoke like me, man. I smoke better than your favorite blogger. I smoke better than the richest blogger. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. Sorry. Nothing on me, guys. All the rumors, no, don't use pills. Never. Not me. Why would you use that when you got all this? Get on my level. Get on my level, guys. I'm already through half the pack. Get on my level. Come on, man. Like, come on. All the rumors, put that shit to rest. I smoke better than your favorite rapper. Never mind the blogger. Never mind your favorite blogger. I smoke better than your favorite rapper. When I lived in Miami, my same dealer was DJ Khaled's guy, Ace Hood's guy. You know what I'm saying? But we off of that, man. Sometimes I pay the petty some, you know what I mean? I smoke better than your favorite rapper. Period. I smoke better than your favorite rapper. Probably a few people smoke better than me. Probably like let's see. Who? Birdman, Snoop, Birdman, Snoop, probably Little Pump. You know what I'm saying? Some guys like Dr. Dre. You know what I mean? Big names like that. Nah, my bad, Paul. My bad, Paul. My bad, Paul, man. I didn't mean to say that to you. I meant to say that to that cockroach who will never get in this live video. Never. Sorry, guys. Let's get back to the news. You will never get in this live video. Loser. Loser. Yeah, man. I hope Dr. Dre is doing well, man. I hope Dr. Dre is doing well. Chris the Crisis. Yeah, man. I hope Dr. Dre is doing well. I know he's out of the hospital. I just hope he's, you know what I mean? Doing great. Because Dr. Dre is probably the innovator of our lifetime when it comes to music. That's what I'm giving him. He's probably like the innovator. He should get that award. Okay, Money said, one day I meet you, I'll bring the Sun Rock. I never heard of that. I never heard of that. But yeah, so Casanova had posted out a few things, and I'm just going to go back just to give everybody kind of an idea of where his mind state was. You know, Casanova said, I finally realized, this was April 13th, you guys. We're going to go all the way up to May 5th. Cass said, I finally realized I was never asking for too much. I was just asking the wrong people. I was never asking for too much. I was just asking the wrong people. He had posted one of these things. White justice. Cop murders an unarmed black man, gets charged with manslaughter, granted 100K bail. Black justice. Charged with conspiracy of selling drugs with no drugs found and no drug sales, post up 2.5 million and gets denied his bail. I guess my black life don't matter. That's what Casanova had posted actually on April 16th. So just 3 days after. Pretty harsh words right there, but true to his situation, true to what's going on in the world today when dude granted 100K bail, but Casanova actually put up 2.5. You know what I mean? Pedro, you already know, man. We ain't stopping. We ain't stopping. And if anybody wants to support the brand, you guys, more than a like, if you guys want to support the brand, donate. Donate by Cash App, you guys. Everybody, I really appreciate everybody tuned in right now. We're going over Casanova's messages that he's posted in the last month. I noticed yesterday he actually posted on May 5th. So I was like, yo, I want to come back tomorrow night and actually speak on it. Because, Casanova is somebody I actually got the chance to interview very early in his career after making Don't Run. It was a pleasure of mine to interview him when he was actually working with Memphis Bleak. You know what I'm saying? It was a pleasure. And Debo, Warehouse Music, Grafton Street, salute to you. Appreciate you for tuning in. Major salute. Let me see. So the next message we have from Casanova was actually on April 28th. So that was 12 days after. He said, every storm has survivors. And when you're one of them, you'll thank it one day for giving you endurance and making you stronger than ever. Outlive the storm. Hope that don't go over your head. And Pedro, I think that goes into what you just said to me. Pedro, this dude Pedro just logged in and said, yo, Mikey T, it's nice to see you're doing your thing no matter what the haters throw at you. Look at that first line that Casanova said. He said, every storm has survivors. And when you're one of them, you'll thank it one day for giving you endurance and making you stronger than ever. All the adversity that we go through at times, you guys, it just builds us up. It builds up an immunity in us so we're stronger than ever and we can face it. You know what I mean? But the thing is, you can't give up. You can't let people beat you. Like, people just want me to stop. You know what I'm saying? They want me to give up. No, I'm creating new concepts. Hip Hop Trivia Battle out now. You know what I'm saying? Hip Hop Trivia Battle is actually out now. New interview with Mike Geronimo out now. New interview with Trench Boy Bricks, Arab's artist, is out now. He's from Cleveland, Ohio, the same street as Bone Thugs and Harmony, you guys. So go check out them joints. And if you want to donate to the channel, hit that Cash App Mikey T Movie. Tyler A. Breezy, what is popping with you, man? Appreciate you for tapping in. Much love. Much love to you, bro. Tonight, we're going over a few different topics. We just spent a few minutes talking about 50 and Floyd, 50 and Logan Paul, 50 and Jake Paul. All them situations, they're lucrative. You know what I mean? They're lucrative, especially for guys who need to add tens of millions of dollars to their plates. Guys like Logan Paul and Jake Paul, this is really going to be beneficial for. Floyd Mayweather said it himself. He said the Paul brothers are going to make a lot of money off of this. They're going to make a lot of money off of this. And I agree. They are, if they both get the opportunity to fight him. This is the most recent message from Casanova, you guys. Posted just yesterday on his Twitter. It said, there's something wrong with your character if opportunity controls loyalty. If opportunity controls your loyalty. I'm more concerned with who you are behind my back than who you are in my face. Your loyalty shouldn't depend on my presence because my loyalty never depended on yours. I can read into that a little bit. With Casanova saying he had respected and held people in a high regard, even when they're not around all the time. You know what I mean? I'm looking at his page right now, and I see he had posted on April 8th a joint with me and Quavo did that was unreleased. Peep it. So they had an unreleased joint. Him and Quavo did. So, other people are thinking about Casanova. People that you wouldn't even necessarily think. I saw videos of Casanova and Young Thug, and I was pleasantly surprised. I'm like, oh, damn, that's awesome. I would have never thought Casanova and Young Thug together. Casanova and, Quavo together. Casanova posted about DMX. talking about how he gave DMX his flowers while he was still alive. I remember those two work together. Looking at his page, seeing Tory Lanez shout him out. You know what I mean? Casanova is saying there's something wrong with your character. If opportunity controls your loyalty, I'm more concerned with who you are behind my back than who you are in my face. Your loyalty shouldn't depend on my presence because my loyalty never depended on yours. He's basically just telling his friends, like, hold true to him, because just because he's not there right now doesn't mean he's not going to be there. Just because they weren't there for him doesn't mean they, you know what I mean, didn't really want to be. Like, you got to really look at the situation. I'm hoping the best for Casanova. Like I said the other day when we were talking about YFN Lucci, who got tied up in a new indictment that has about 100 counts. You know what I mean? There's like 100 counts. Reading over Casanova's, there was actually only 60 counts. It was actually only 60 counts on Casanova's. So 16 counts. Did I just say 60? There was only 13 to 16 counts. So it was kind of easier to read over. And Casanova was involved in 3. Pedro says, did you see what 50 posted on the gram about money? That man still comes at him crazy. Yeah, man. He basically was taking a shot at the method in which Floyd Mayweather uses to grow hair. You know, he basically said some wild shit about Floyd basically using his own pubic hair to actually grow out hair. You know, which is pretty disgusting. You know what I mean? It's pretty disgusting. I don't think somebody who is a billionaire would actually do that. Like, that makes absolute or close to being a billionaire, right, teetering on $500 million, probably because of the fact that he gives a lot of his money away. You heard in the $1 Million Worth of Game interview, Floyd was talking about how several of his family members are already millionaires. Floyd makes his family members millionaires. It's an amazing thing that he does for his family and for everybody that works with him. And, you know, that's why what's so messed up about guys like G Herbo and guys like Casanova, because they had people who depended on them, you know, to make sure that their world was going round, if you will. You know what I mean? To make sure that their world was spinning, that income was coming in, a monthly or a weekly paycheck, whatever it was. Pedro says it's not right, but 50 doesn't care. Yeah, pretty much. It was like some stand-up comedy shit that he's doing on his Instagram or something. It's like he's just trying to get a laugh out of everybody. I'm looking at his IG right now, and the shit already has 415,000 likes. You know what I mean? Just to get a quick laugh out of everybody at the expense of somebody that he would call a dear friend. I mean, how do you go back to somebody, you know what I mean, that is saying something so crude about you in the future and sit with them over a dinner and, you know what I mean, and reform that bond? Big Junior was popping. Pedro says, G Herbs needs prayers. I met him, a decent man. Yeah, you know, from what I witnessed about him on the internet, he did seem like a good guy. He seemed like a caring guy. You know, one of the main videos was, you know, like him and his girl on her birthday and shit like that. And, you know, a lot of people made a big deal about it. You got to see another side of him too, or I did at least, when he was doing those interviews with Gilly too. You know, that's one of the couple of the things that actually got me more invested into him, aside from being just a Chicago artist on the come up. You know, among all those other dope Chicago artists that we all fell in love with, you know, whether we bought their music or streamed it, or, you know what I mean? The whole situation with G Herbo is just kind of upsetting to think that he's facing 6 years in jail. You know what I mean? It's upsetting to think that he's facing 6 years in jail. And this is before the new evidence has been posted, you know? This is before the new evidence has been posted of him lying to the feds during an interview. G Herbo actually did an interview with the feds on his own accord. A lot of people try to make shit about Dark Low doing an interview with the feds. G Herbo went and did an interview with the feds on his own accord. You hear what I'm saying right now, you guys? G Herbo went and did an interview with the feds on his own accord, just like Dark Low did, to talk to the feds. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's out here running wild calling G Herbo a snitch. You know what I mean? Right now, we're all supporting G Herbo because we don't want to see his life taken. We don't want to see a decade of his life taken. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk a little bit about the plea deal, actually, because his the initial sentence he was facing was like 60 months. They were looking to give him 60 to 65 months. But he caught an additional charge this week. And now there apparently is a plea deal on the table in his ongoing fraud case. All right, so from what I'm reading on the different websites right now, like Hot New Hip Hop, All Hip Hop, it looks like there could be an answer on the plea deal. There could be an answer on the plea deal by August. He might be going to court in August. Let me see. Yep. So they're saying a possible deal about the plea will have to be made by August, you guys. Now, I don't know what the plea deal is. I don't know what the plea deal is, but he was facing 60 to 65 months. 60 to 65 months for the initial charges, you guys. No cap, man. Okay, Shadrick, what's popping with you, King? Appreciate you for tuning in. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. We got a couple different topics on for tonight. We're talking about a couple of rappers who have gotten tied up recently. A couple rappers that got tied up recently with the feds, and G Herbo and Casanova. G Herbo apparently is out on $75,000 bond right now, you guys. Yep. Yep, exactly, King. He should have never went and talked to him. That's what got them caught up with the new charges. But I'm sure the reason he went there was to try and clear up a situation so that he wouldn't be charged. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that's why he was doing it. Like, people aren't running to the feds to just snitch, you guys. Like, I know that's what you see on TV shows like The First 48, that show where they literally drag you into the Fed investigation room to get you to snitch. Like, that's what that whole show is based on, The First 48. Like, I know we watch that a lot, but I don't understand why you guys would think somebody like G Herbo or somebody like Dark Low or somebody like Little Wayne, you know what I mean? Why these guys would snitch and ruin their career when they're making money. You ain't gonna make no. You see what happens when with the exception of that one guy who we don't even really know about the money just yet. Honestly, dude be running around with all that money. Oh, yo, PJs, congrats, dude. You'll never get another shout out on this page. Congrats. Go get a shout out on his page. Peace, bro. Highway Robber, what's popping with you, man? Asking about Max B. When is Max B going to get released? When is Max B going to get released? Well, I'll be honest with you, man. The last date I read was actually 2025. That was the last date I actually read, 2025. I haven't read no other date in regard to like, honestly, I haven't read any other date than the 2025. That's the date that I read, 2025, you guys. And let's see, how many years would that be? So 2009 to 2019 is 10 years. 2009 to 2019 is 10 years. So that would technically be 16 years that he served. Yo, Bonds, what's popping, bro?
What's good, my guy? What's poppin', gang?
So what do you think, Bonds? 16 years on a 20-year sentence? Is that what it usually is or no?
Yeah, non-violent. Depends. Yeah, non-violent. Yeah, 16. Yep, it'd be exactly 16 for non-violent drugs. If it's
What
violent, it'd
about
be 18.
manslaughter? What about
18,
Max B's case?
probably 18.
Well, I mean, I was just saying, like somebody asked when Max B's release date was, and the release date I remember reading is 2025. So that would actually he got locked up in 2009 of July. So 2025 would be about 16 years. Now there's been rumors that he got it down to 12 years, which would put him out this year, but I haven't seen no date 2021. I've only seen date 2025.
Yeah, because they do even have other shits like that would be your CR, which is called your conditional release date. So you have a few different release dates when you options when you get locked up. Like when it's a drug case, right? Like because like 20 days is a month. So that's why like I mean 8 months would be a year, 8 years would be 10 years. You know what I'm saying? But it's because you have a merit time and you have certain like in the New York, you have like certain mandates you got to do like programs and stuff, and then even so, but you don't have that merit with if it's not a drug case, so it'd be a you know what I'm saying, it'd be his the violent, it'd be most of that time, but at the same time they do have other programs in the jail where you could do things to get your time cut, like so it depends on the facility. Like they got one thing that my man just did. It took like 6 months off his bait. He did he was doing some class with other inmates. Like this just got little stuff you could do.
So let's get this thing started, man. G Herbo did an interview. Well, I want to start it off actually. I know you have had to see this video that popped off today with Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather, man. You haven't seen it?
No, I heard you talking about it on the live. I tapped in. Like I tapped in like 30 minutes ago. I heard you
you
talking
didn't
about
see
snatch his hat.
you didn't see Jake Paul take Floyd Mayweather's hat.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's crazy. Jake Paul. So earlier today, Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather went face to face, right? They go face to face, casual face to face, you know, kind of like boring because like their fight is it's almost got a level of boring to it, like Lamar Odom versus Aaron Carter. It's like who really wants to see Floyd versus Logan Paul? But yo, then Jake Paul came face to face. Jake Paul came face to face with Logan. I mean, Jake Paul came face to face with Floyd. They're going at it face to face. He takes Floyd's hat. He's like, I got your hat. I got your hat. And then Floyd jumps on him. Floyd's bodyguard jumps on him. So I really think that Jake Paul snatched up all the momentum. Now it's like, who wants to see Logan versus Floyd? I want to see Floyd versus Jake now.
They gave a new meaning to on his head.
Well, it
I
was
was just watching it.
It was kind of like the I got your nose thing, Bonds.
Yeah, they was on his head though. After that, they was literally on his head.
What you mean?
The Mayweather people, I guess, they was on his head.
Well, he got a chance to say I got your hat a few times.
Yeah, see, I got the audio muted.
Yeah, he got a chance to say here. I'll tap you out for 1 second, Bonds. Yeah, Bonds is just actually watching it right now for the first time. That's crazy. You know, that's spectacle. That shit's everywhere right now. And like I was just saying, I think Jake Paul actually snatched up all the momentum, you know, because when it comes to fighting, I think Jake Paul's the one that kind of the America's believing in right now. You know what I mean? Womp, what did he get tattooed on him? Please don't tell me he got tattooed I got your hat on him. If he tattooed I got your hat on him, he might as well just make t-shirts and all types of shit now. I got your hat. I see Bonds is cracking up though. Bonds is dying right now watching this shit.
Yo,
Bonds, man. I know you never would have thought that would have happened to Floyd. Has that ever happened to Floyd like that yet?
nah, Floyd was tight though. Floyd was legit tight. He was like, get him, get him. Floyd was on him. That's funny. That was funny.
Did Jake Paul just steal all the momentum from his brother?
Yeah, I don't even he been had that. He been did that though, but I don't even know how his brother got up in that. That's crazy.
Right, right, because he got the momentum by knocking dudes out, by actually winning fights. You know what I mean? But I don't know if you remember Bonds, but we had come on here and we spoke about it. Floyd put out a an Instagram post where he was like, "I'll take Floyd." No, Floyd was like, "I'll take Logan Paul this spring, and then I'll take you if you win your fight, Jake Paul. We'll do it in the fall, and then at the end of the year, I'll take 50." Do you remember going over that tweet or that Instagram post that Floyd put out with me, or were you not here that night?
Probably wasn't. I ain't. I nah. I don't think we. I don't know. I wasn't there that night.
But that's pretty much what Floyd Mayweather said he would do. He said he would fight Logan. If Jake Paul could keep up his winning streak, he'd fight him too. And then he
Right.
said the end of the year he'd fight 50 Cent.
He could do it. He could fight all them niggas in the same night, man.
That's what he said. He said, I'll fight both of the Logan Paul brothers, Logan and Jake, on the same night. I don't think that's smart, though, Bonds.
Well, he not gonna do too much work though, bro. He not gonna kill himself fighting them too. Like shit, gonna be light work. That's like sparring. You gotta think he could spar for. You think he can't spar for 20 rounds? And if he go with them, it's gonna be like an 8-round fight. It's gonna be an 8-round fight. It's gonna be 16. It's gonna be 16 rounds.
It just doesn't make sense,
It
Bonds.
doesn't make sense though. You got to do it on 2 different days. You separate it and get the money. It doesn't make no sense. Why would you give him 2 for 1?
Only if the Logan Paul fight isn't selling, because that's where they
Yeah.
had issues at the first place, man.
Yeah.
Bonds, do they gotta have that fight if it's not gonna sell?
Yeah, not if it's not gonna sell. Because I mean, yeah, I mean, unless it's a situation where they're gonna get paid regardless. I mean,
Right, right. So then the fight's gonna happen if they're gonna get paid regardless.
yeah, if it's one of those like somebody putting the bread up, you know what I mean? One of these million billionaires, whatever, it's gonna pay these niggas to just fight.
All right. Frank says Floyd wasn't fast enough then, Bonds.
When?
Yeah.
Oh, for the hat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't think he would do that, did he?
Nah, he ain't see that. He ain't see that hand come off a big crowd. He definitely ain't catch it. So got your hat. Got your hat. That
Why
was
didn't Floyd just punch him straight up? Is he
It
too
was a
tough?
little enclosed area. He probably wasn't even, you know what I mean. But it did look like he had his head. It looked like Floyd from this one that I'm seeing. It did look like Floyd was you know what I mean? Because
Oh,
Floyd
yeah.
had him too. Like I think Floyd might have hit him with one, man.
They
Because it looked
roughed
like some good editing.
They roughed him up, Bonds. He went on a video and Jake Paul was looking a little roughed up.
Nah, they was on his head, bro.
Yeah, he was looking a little roughed up. Like his shirt was all pulled out, all types of shit.
Now when he grabbed the hat, you seen they immediately jumped on him.
Yeah, like that. He shouldn't have did that, man. He shouldn't have did that. But you know what, man? Someone in the chat says Jake Paul knows how to create hype. He
Oh
sure
yeah,
as hell just did.
he had to did that.
He just got himself a double-digit $1 million fight.
Mm-hmm. And nothing happened to him. I mean, little scuff. He got a little roughed up. That ain't shit. It's worth it.
Because it's
He
gonna happen.
trending.
Fight. When does this fight? How long does a fighter usually need to prepare for a fight, Bonds? Was I accurate in saying like 3 to 6 months? What is it?
Yeah, they're usually doing like 3 days, 60 to 90 days the most. I mean, not at least, you know what I'm saying? But that's fighters. If you fighting Floyd, you need your whole life to train for that, bro.
Jake Paul's been training his whole life.
Okay, well, and then it comes a part where experience. So you could be training your whole life and never experience, and you still gonna get your ass whooped.
50 Cent's been training his whole life.
Yeah, Floyd been fighting his whole life. That's a difference.
Mm.
That's a difference. Floyd been fighting his whole life, not training. He been fighting in the ring.
2 months. 2 months. It was a strategic move by Jake. Live Free 2018 says.
It was. He won with that move. I mean,
Yeah, because like I said, when Logan Paul and Floyd came face to face, Logan was standing there with his hands behind his back, being respectful. You know what I mean? He went up like this one time. Jake Paul knew. He's like, I can't do the same thing as my brother. I can't do the same thing. Got your hat. Even no matter what was going to happen to him, you know?
but that was a slick move, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you got his hat. Like, Floyd. Like you said, hey,
That was
somebody
slick.
said in the comments, he caught him. He caught him, no, Floyd. He caught you, Floyd.
All right. So I was saying earlier, someone was like saying that Floyd would knock 50 Cent out. Bonds, he didn't even knock out Pacquiao. Can he really knock out Jake Paul?
Pacquiao got a chin though, and we all know that. So we don't know what Jake Paul chin is like though. So if he got a glass jaw, then he's gonna go down. Only take 5 pounds of pressure.
Good point. Good point. Yep.
Feel me?
Hell yeah, man. And so this whole thing, man, Herbo, he got caught up with some fraud charges, right? He pled not guilty to federal fraud charges. This dude was actually facing up to 6 years in jail for fraud charges, Bonds.
Yeah, that's crazy. I heard that's when he was out on bail or something, right?
Yeah, he was out on $75,000 bond, and he actually earlier, I guess last year at some point, he did an interview with the feds. The feds wanted to talk to him, so he openly did an interview with the feds. And they asked him if he knew a particular person, and he said, no, I don't know this person. Now this whole indictment's come out with the fraud charges, and they're alleging that Herbo was on jets with this guy. Herbo was going traveling with this dude. You know what I mean? All types of shit. They're saying, and they're tying him up, and they're like, you basically lied to us in our interview. So now they're charging Herbo with lying to a federal agent.
Yeah, that's the part when they say anything you say can and 10 times out of 10, the only reason we set your ass down here to talk to you is to hold whatever you say against you. That's what they should say. You only hear whatever you say. We only brought you here to hold it against you. Yeah, man. So niggas, man, go ahead, push me through, man. Yeah, but
yeah,
that they locked up the other dude too for YFN Lucci, right?
Yep, YFN Lucci. Well, I don't know if he's been rearrested yet, but he's just been named in an indictment, another indictment that actually involves racketeering. I think it involves the whole drive-by shooting that we were talking about as well.
Right,
I think
with the gang.
you know what I mean? Unless it involves another murder, but it's just crazy, man. Somebody had commented this, Bonds, on one of the pages I was reading. They said, I can't believe in 2021 a rapper who was out there making money would resort to gang activity. Like, it's 2021, they said. Like, how the hell are they doing that?
Right. I mean, yeah, at this point, you know, but hey, but you know how the younger generation do. You know, they think they could do it better.
Yo, everybody loves to post everything they do on Facebook.
I don't. I mean, you niggas didn't learn.
They love to let people know what they're doing. They're like, yo, man, I just broke a O down and sold it 8/8, man. They be saying all that weird gangsta, you know what I mean?
It didn't happen. If they can't put it on the Instagram, bro, they feel like it didn't happen, man.
Yo, Prophecy Forever says Bond should do a lemon pepper freestyle.
Yo, that's crazy. I did a lemon pepper freestyle. If you go on my Instagram, I was like in the crib. I just did it, but I'm about to do an official video to it and put it out too. So yeah, go on my Instagram and check it out. But I'm gonna do an official video to it probably in the next like couple days.
So Iceberg says maybe Iceberg has done a little bit more reading into this because it's fraud charges. He said he was selling exotic puppies and paying for jets with stolen cards. It's hard for me to feel bad for Herbo. Yeah, honestly, man, like if you're a successful rapper, if you're making a name, if you're actually able to sell 4 or 5 thousand units per album or mixtape, doesn't mean you need to ride in a jet, Bonds. You know what I mean? You could,
Right. That'd be the part. That'd be the part.
you got a career. Don't
hmm
ruin it. How you gonna? You can't afford a jet like that all the time.
But you got to keep up with the image. So you got to look like you know what I'm saying? You got to be coming through with it. And you ain't making that money off of music. So, and that's the thing with the artist, you know what I'm saying? Because it's almost like a lose-lose situation because now these labels got you signed to the point where you're not going to be able to get the money off of your music like you're supposed to, and then you want to live this life. So now it's putting you in the position to do only thing you can do, capitalize off of your fame with the people that deal with you. And is you gonna wind up doing something in the streets, like you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Some
look
public
what
extremism.
I don't know if you're familiar, but Gorilla Black actually got caught up with card schemes. He had done
Yeah.
an interview. I'd known about it because I heard when he got locked up for like 7 or 9 years or something like that. I had heard about it back in the day, but he was just speaking about it on Vlad TV. Like this guy had a major opportunity, man. I'm talking about one of the best managers in the game, Jimmy Henchman, major
Mhm,
single that everybody really remembers with Junior Reed. You know what I mean?
mhm,
You don't
mhm,
really remember the other single so much, but
mhm.
you know, but yeah, this guy really had it going for himself. Like, what the hell would compel this man to actually use fake cards on fake money? Like, what
Yeah.
to keep up with the lifestyle, Bonds?
Yeah, you got to keep up with the lifestyle and see the most successful and the smartest people that last the long because it's the same thing when you're talking the street shit, when you're talking the other game, right? That's the key to winning when you have to live and that's the key to winning and that's the key to longevity because you don't live beyond your means. Like you know what I'm saying, you could trap and not necessarily live like a trap nigga, you know what I'm saying? And the same thing with the music, like you don't have to try to keep up with the, you know what I'm saying? But when you rap about certain things and your fan base is into certain things, you kind of have to because your image directly correlates to your success in your music and how your fans interact with you. So it's like, you know,
Right, yo, so Gorilla Black was, remember in one of his songs, he was like, I don't know if it was me and you talking about it or somebody else. He was like, I almost crashed my truck and spilled my hen dog. Remember that shit he said?
nah. Oh hell yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I almost
yeah,
crashed my truck and spilled my hen
yeah,
dog. How you don't need to credit card scam to drink Hennessy and drive a damn truck, Bonds.
yeah. But to do all the other shit, bro. Like people depending on people looking at you, you got to spin through in the latest car. You got to have. You can't wear the same clothes 2 times. You wore it in your video. You can't wear it again. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't get me wrong. I don't agree with that. You don't. You should be smarter than that. You know what I'm saying? But people fall victim like
And one thing,
hip hop.
Frank Lucas warned against this in his movie American Gangster. It's like when you're getting money, and I was even watching it in a movie tonight. What's the movie I just saw in theaters? I just saw this movie in theaters tonight. It was The Wrath of Man. And these guys were robbing armored trucks, right? And it's like he goes to one of the dude's cribs and he has this elaborate pad. He's like, how the hell do you afford this? You know what
Mhm.
I mean? Like you can't really. Frank Lucas warned against this. He's like, don't go buy things that people would know you can't afford that make you stand out. And like sometimes you shouldn't be buying people all sorts of gifts on the internet. You know what I mean? Not to come down on anybody for what they're doing, but if you're going to be called into question for shit, you probably shouldn't be buying somebody a $60,000 Rolex. You know what I mean?
That's be this, and you know what I'm saying. That's that's the crazy part about it, bro. Because and it's like you know what I'm saying. See, dudes is just falling victim, bro. Like they falling victim, and then it's like I don't know, man. Who can you blame at the end of the day?
They're like, it was worth it. They're kind like, all right, so hold on. Let's see. Iceberg says he got caught using a swipey because he wanted Wi-Fi on his jet, which makes absolutely no sense to me. unless Iceberg is saying he used a fraud card on a jet to purchase Wi-Fi. That's the worst part. The dude selling him the puppies ratted him out. So I'm not too sure what these dudes be doing selling exotic animals. Have you heard much about that, Bonds?
Yeah, it's money in those them what's they got them fucking them English joints. They got the French bulldogs and them joints. Some of them joints be $1,000, and they got the little joints, them Yorkies, all them types of shit. You know, them dogs be a lot of them little dogs be costing money, bro.
You see, man.
Shit's cost a rolly.
You see, I would be thinking like G Herbo would be focused on his music career in comparison to that, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Like, what are you trying to sell? Dogs? Or are you trying to make rap albums?
That's why you see all these dudes like you be seeing the you see a dude come out once and you see these dudes all you know what I mean, big stacks of money they flashing and you know what I'm saying, new jury and all that, and it's like, where you niggas getting that money from? You niggas ain't getting that money from music. You don't make that much money from music. Not to do all of that. I mean, like you could take care of yourself, and especially not the deal you signed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly. Actually, Gilly had to say it like this. He's like, you can't be on the gram. You know where I'm going with this?
mm-hmm,
You can't be on the gram when you're moving grams.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. I remember Gilly said that shit. Yep.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. Yep.
That's hilarious.
That's real, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And, you know.
So Casanova's been pretty active on his Twitter. His Instagram got deleted, I believe, but since the middle of April, he's been pretty active. And let me just catch you up a little bit, Bonds, on the shit he's been saying, so you can get an idea where he's at mentally right now, bro. On April 13, Casanova said, "I finally realized I was never asking for too much. I was asking the wrong people." He followed that up 3 days later, April 16th. He said it was kind of like a meme styled joint that he posted on his Twitter. He said, "White justice, semicolon. Cop murders an unarmed black man, gets charged with manslaughter, granted 100K bail. Black justice. Charged with conspiracy of selling drugs with no drugs found and no drug sales. Post up 2.5 million and gets denied bail. I guess my black life don't matter." So let's start off there, Bonds, with how Casanova's feeling. Based watching other people get a bond, for $100,000. Meanwhile, he's putting up 25 times that. His case doesn't involve no capital charges. His case didn't even yield any results of drugs.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy because I was just saying, like, yesterday or something, I was like, Casanova must be being quiet to try to get, you know what I mean, his joint resolved or something. But I guess they deleted his joint. He wasn't being quiet. But, it's just, the thing is this. Casanova has been through situations like this. And I mean, he been in jail. He did bids. He know how this go. You know what I'm saying? You know how this go. You gonna go to jail. Your niggas ain't gonna be there. They gonna try to holler at your girl. Ain't nobody thinking about you when you're like, you didn't been through this. So I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? I know it hurt, bro, but like, I mean, you kind of sound surprised when you know what I mean. This is exactly what you should have expected. He been getting a lot of love, so he probably thought it was real love, but free that guy, man. Ain't no love in hip hop, man.
He posted this on April 28th. Every storm has survivors, and when you're one of them, you'll thank it one day for giving you the endurance and making you stronger than ever. Outlive the storm. Hope that don't go over your head. Did that go over your head, Bonds?
Nope.
Yep, that shit really related to me a little bit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
right now it's like or a couple times I've gone through storms in my career, you know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
you gotta pull yourself out of it by doing the best content, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Keep it moving, man. Believe in yourself. That's a fact, though, bro. You know that.
And then this is the message that compelled me to talk about it today, Bonds. He wrote a message last night, May 5th. He said, "There's something wrong with your character if opportunity controls your loyalty. I'm more concerned with who you are behind my back than who you are in my face. Your loyalty shouldn't depend on my presence because my loyalty never depended on yours."
Yeah, that's you know that, like, you
So
know that.
just looking back at Casanova's page, man, you know, April 11th, the day before he had posted that first message I read, Tory Lanez had wrote "Free Casanova." You know what I mean?
Right.
Uh, Casanova had posted himself that he was glad that he was able to give DMX his flowers while he was here. You know, that's an example of, you know, him caring about DMX behind his back, not only caring about somebody while they're right in front of your face. He also
Yeah.
posted a joint, an unreleased joint with him and Quavo.
That's dope.
Yeah, you know, so there was a lot of people that were showing love to Casanova. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Oh, he now he feeling like those people fell back and shit.
No, I don't think so, man. I think he just wants everyone to have an understanding that just because he's gone, it doesn't mean he doesn't still care about them. It doesn't mean that they shouldn't still care about him. And I think they do, man. I mean, honestly, I didn't expect Quavo to work with Casanova. I didn't expect Young Thug to have videos with Casanova Bonds.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, a lot
Mm-hmm.
more people mess with Casanova than I would have thought would have.
Yeah. Cause dudes respect him, you know what I mean? You gotta respect a real dude, man. Cash, you know what I mean? He seemed like a sturdy dude. I don't know him, but he seemed like a sturdy dude. So, you know, dudes gonna respect that, especially rappers. You know, a lot of rapping. You know, everybody always say that. You know that. So, you know, we'll see.
Especially a man that can dance, though.
Yeah.
That man can dance. Can you believe it? That 50 had challenged him to a dance off at one point.
Oh, nah, bro. I ain't know that.
Yeah, yeah. 50 had challenged him to a dance point at one point.
Yeah.
That
Fifth
shit was
grade.
hilarious. You know how much of a character Casanova had created. But
Yeah.
what's good on your end, though, Bonds, man? How you feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, trying to just put some things together, man. Trying to work, man. Trying to expand businesses, man. Trying to expand some business, man. Figure out, you know, figure out how to win, man. Trying to figure out the win, man.
Yeah, man. How you acclimating to everything? I know you just got back from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, yeah,
Getting everything back lined up with the ATL lifestyle.
yeah. Getting back in line. Know what I'm saying, trying to you know, set something. I think I'm gonna do some food. I think I'm gonna do a food truck. So now everything's crazy on that. I'm just back orders. I done waited too long.
Did you get a chance to see the Cassidy battle with Hitman Holla yet?
Yeah, yeah. I peeped
Oh,
that.
oh, you did.
Yeah,
So I don't think we got a chance to talk about that.
nah. Yeah. It was. Yeah. I think Hitman won though.
What? You
Yeah.
are in the minority.
Nah, Hitman won. Hitman won. Hitman won. Cassidy ain't won that.
What did Hitman won? The first and the third round to you or something?
He won every round.
What?
Yeah, he won every round.
You are
Cassidy. I don't know how to. Cassidy. His style is. I don't know. Cassidy, he didn't win. He didn't win, man.
Nah, bro, I gotta majorly disagree with you. I think I think Hitman messed up by mentioning the fact that he got an autograph by Cassidy too late. Like he started off his third verse talking about the autograph when Cassidy already put him on blast about it, man. He should have
Yeah.
done first verse.
All right, so you could give Cass that round. Yeah, that was the second round, right? I
That
guess
was,
you.
uh, that was Hitman's third round. I think Hitman should have
Well,
spent his first and his third round.
mm,
If he would have started off talking about when he won a competition and got an autograph from Cassidy, Cassidy wouldn't have been able to throw that in his face.
true. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. I should. I don't know. I seen it one time. Maybe I gotta watch it one more time. Then maybe I gotta watch it again.
Paul Wallace says that Cassidy's style is dated.
Yeah, that was dated.
I guess you didn't like when Cassidy was like doing the whole "I swear to God."
Yeah, Cass ain't had no swag, man. Cass ain't got no swag. Cass never really had swag though.
His
No.
swag was a little off. I mean, Hitman had the swag, but he didn't have the bars, Bonds.
He had a couple bars. He had a couple bars.
He kept stopping, but acting like he was acknowledging the crowd. I caught that shit.
Yeah. You know how niggas be having to remember they shit.
I just don't really think he got it, man. I think Cassidy even said he 3-0'd him, man.
Well, Cassidy's he 3-0'd everybody. Yeah, I mean, Cassidy's he said he's 5,000-0 or some shit.
Well, he's 5,004 now.
Right. So I mean,
Yeah,
but
well, 4-0.
Cass got balls, but yeah, he don't have no swag. And I don't really know about his delivery. If I like it, I don't know. It felt like Hitman just was easier to listen to. You know what I mean? He sounded like the better rapper. Or
I didn't hear it, but apparently Hitman's saying he's retired now or something like that.
He gonna make his most money probably battling, so he ain't gonna retire yet.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
Oh shit, that's
like I'm saying he was retired, man.
I don't understand why he would retire. I feel like after that, Hitman's probably got like a number of battles he could do. Am I wrong?
Nah, yeah, he still got the murder move. Did he pad Loaded Lux?
Oh, Hitman Holla and Loaded Lux. I don't know about that. I mean,
did he? He got a battle because like Lux and Mook is like the goats, man. So before he retire, he would have to battle at least one of them, if not both.
I guess it happened in 2019. It's Loaded Lux versus Hitman Holla, the battle that no one talked about.
Oh, for real? How many views it got?
I don't know. I didn't see all that, but
That's crazy.
I don't understand why they would call that the battle that nobody talks about, unless they're really questioning Hitman Holla's celebrity when it comes to battle rap at this point. But if that's the case, why would Hitman Holla have got the battle off of Cassidy? Why did Hitman Holla get the opportunity to battle Cassidy, Bonds?
According to Cassidy, he said pick anybody, and I guess they picked Hitman.
Okay, but is this a better pick than Disaster?
Well, I would say yes and no. I would say yes because name-wise, Hitman is bigger, but like styles make fights, so styles would make better battles. So I would think, the him and Disaster is a better matchup. It's a closer matchup, but the bigger battle probably would. I don't know. It would still be as big because Cassidy's bigger than them. So
I kind of think that Disaster was his worst battle. Probably I gotta watch the Arsenal battle again to really, but my favorite one was the Goods battle. Prophecy Forever says, Bonds, did you know the Lost Boys?
Yeah, I know Smurf, Bangum Smurf. He was original Lost Boy. But shout out to Cheeks, man. I know Cheeks.
Did you ever get to meet Ty?
Nah. I was a young pup. I wasn't even outside then when they first came out. I met Cheeks like later on. You know what I mean? When I started being outside. So yeah, shout out to Cheeks.
So Smurf is a little bit older than you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Omar says they didn't battle. Okay, because I just looked it up real quick and it says
I think Spark like 40.
Loaded Lux versus Hitman Holla, the battle no one talked about. I don't want to click on it, but let me see. Loaded Lux and Holla. Hold on, Hitman Holla, yeah. Yeah, no, I don't want to get that confused with Hollow the Don. Why can't they do Hollow the Don versus Hitman Holla? Have they already? They
That'd
probably
be that'd be that'd be dope. That'd be good.
yeah, anything like that, man. I just think that after that battle, Hitman Holla has more money to get. Like he's got to have more bags waiting for him. Smack, or is that how Smack would do it? In your like, or it's not Smack, but it's RBE. But is that? But in the battle, Hitman Holla said, and this is just my RBE check. But
Right.
Cassidy said, now we know you're gonna go back to Smack. You know what I mean? Is that how it works, Bonds? Like now that Hitman Holla has his name out there, would Smack be more likely to book him, or would he be like, nah, let me wait till people forgot about his last battle? How does it work in that regard?
Oh well, I don't know, but I mean, it would make more sense. I don't know why but Smack been messing with him though, right? Smack been, yeah. So
From what
I
Cassidy
don't,
was saying.
yeah. Oh, I guess because yes, a lot of them dudes have turn their back, I guess, on Smack, doing their own thing because I don't know how Smack be, business wise doing, paying them wise, but I guess he don't release the battles. You know what I mean? And then dude just trying to, put their own leagues together. Dude just not trying to be artists or battlers for another dude. Like,
There's other bags out there, you know.
yeah.
How you gonna turn down RBE? You know what I mean, or King of the Dot or something like you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
But so this is what Prophecy's saying, and we were speaking about this as well. He's saying Smack's gonna do Mook versus Cassidy. I'm telling you. So why didn't RBE just do Mook versus Cassidy then? Are they really just gonna let? Or do you think wouldn't RBE put up a bid to do Mook versus Cassidy? Don't you think, Bonds?
It might be more expensive because Mook might want the same thing Cassidy want.
Okay,
Whereas Hitman Holla
so that's
probably wanted half that.
So that's where Smack has the edge or something, Bonds?
Yeah, because Smack probably is a bigger platform. So Smack probably got more. He got bigger sponsors, so he can bring. Yeah, he can make it a bigger situation.
Okay, so that's why they
have more money.
That's why they sort of had to go heavy on one guy and light on the other.
That's what I would think from a business standpoint. That makes, you know what I'm saying, the most sense. That's what wisdom tells me.
Right. Fuck, that's crazy, man, to think like, because we were talking about it in boxing, you know what I mean? How like you want to get people from the same weight class, you know what I mean? So it's like because it kind of one outweighs the other. When you got one,
Well, think about it like a movie, right? If you got $100 million budget, you can't get Denzel and motherfucking Wesley Snipes because they both gonna want 100. So you might have to get Denzel and Bond Simmons.
I see what you're saying, but it's like, but it's more so like when you get a major leading actor and then you have a guy who's kind of big, and it's like he doesn't really measure up to the other guy.
Right, he could bring in some box office. He might bring in 10 million people, but not 30 million. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm just saying, man, like, because maybe Hitman Holla would have got paid half of what Murder Mook's probably going to want like $70,000 too.
He probably gonna want whatever Cassidy wants.
He's going to want whatever Cassidy wants. So it's going to be a $200,000 battle.
If you know what I mean, you don't know what these gonna be saying. They need to be saying, "I got $100,000." Somebody probably gave them, you know what I mean, 10, 20,000, and then they get some residuals or whatever to it go up to. You never know what, you know what I mean.
Omar says they'll recoup the money. Could Cassidy versus Murder Mook really recoup $250,000?
If the right people promote it properly, they do pay-per-view and then promote it properly. They do the pay-per-view sales. Them should be like $50. They got a lot of people on the app already, so they can pretty much guesstimate You know what I'm saying? Then they're gonna do a bunch of teasers and face-offs, and then they're gonna get money off of those. So they're gonna sell 10 videos of face-offs and behind the scenes and all those before they even actually drop the battle. So if you put the right team marketing in it, you can capitalize.
So you think they can turn $1 million off of that fight?
Off of that battle?
Yeah, for that battle. I'm talking about Logan
I
Paul.
don't think $1 million. I don't know about that. I mean, if somebody pick it up, I don't know who's gonna pick it up. That's bigger and put it on what? You know what I'm saying? Triller. If Triller pick it up, then yeah, they're gonna turn for me. But that ain't gonna happen right now.
What if BET picks it up?
If BET pick it up, then yeah, for sure they could turn. Well, then BET gonna turn to millions.
Yep.
If BET pick it up, then you know what I'm saying?
That would be good though. I mean, but what else could they do to make it interesting on BET? Like, how long would that show have to be on BET? If
They would have to add more battles, undercards, of course, good undercards.
it would be 3 hours, or would it be 2 hours? 3 hours?
2 hours at least.
2 hours. Probably have to bump it down to 2 hours if it's on television.
Yeah. And make it a 2-part thing, right? Make it a 1-part, make it a couple-part series.
Or they could do a couple of the battles that weren't on live television.
Right.
Now, what would be another battle that would actually attract a BET level audience? I'm wondering. Like,
right. Somebody else famous.
All right. Somebody else famous. So I'm thinking Hollow the Don beat Joe Budden at one point.
Something like that. Method Man versus
Method
Man. Math Hoffa battle Method Man. Method Man, he could battle somebody else.
You know, maybe that's the next battle because
Method Man versus Head Ice.
Maybe at one point, Jadakiss said he would battle for like 700,000.
Right. So somebody like Triller picked that up. Man, we need to stop giving Triller ideas right now.
Triller will holler at us, man. They'll show us some love.
Yeah, let us host it, right? Let us host it.
They'll show some love. Sit
us next to Snoop Dogg up there and we host next Triller joint.
Put some respect on us. But because if it was Cassidy versus Mook or Cassidy versus Jada, it's gonna be Cassidy versus Jada, right?
Yeah, but Jada ain't gonna battle Cassidy.
He's not. Who would Jada have to battle?
I don't think Jada said he would battle for
750,000. I think that would make sense.
He say that. I don't know. I don't believe it though.
Is that not the one that makes sense though?
Yeah.
Unless it was a versus, you know what I mean?
Right.
Who would Jada go against in a versus? It would be
Fab, who he already
won. Not Fab again. Please do something other than Fab.
Shit. Beanie Siegel.
Boom. Boom. Right there. That's like how they wanted to do Jeezy versus T.I., but Jeezy versus Gucci was just that much more interesting, you know? Jada versus Jeezy would be that much more, or Jada versus Beans would be that much more interesting. Yeah.
True.
Yep.
I'll buy that.
Where's the Kush tonight, Bonds?
That's what I'm looking for right now. I just had some gelato.
Oh, shit. Young D said Meek and Low is something that I want to see. Damn. That's actually a good idea for a song, man.
Meek and who?
Meek Mill and Dark Low.
Oh.
Yeah. Meek Mill should make that happen. I don't understand why he doesn't have time to make something like that happen. Doesn't make any, like, does he not have time to make that shit happen, Bonds?
Meek Mill?
Yeah.
Yeah, 16. I mean, 30 minutes is all it takes.
I mean, let's be honest. Meek Mill is on such a dope schedule. I'm not even going to call it a tight schedule. I'm going to call it a dope schedule that people like, 6ix9ine got to like stalk him out to just find him and, try to throw him off. So maybe Meek is just that busy, but I don't know why he wouldn't want to put Dark Low on, and put him in position and just say, yo, never mind all that shit. This is for Philly.
Yeah. But That would have to be. That's not consistent. And shout out to Meek Mill. I ain't trying to play Meek Mill, but that's not consistent with how he's been moving his career as far as in regards to Philly dudes. So I would expect him to do that with Dog Low.
Maybe it's time for him to do it.
Definitely time, but that's when he gets there mentally.
Yeah, it's like it's almost kind of like a thing of like the time is now. You know what I mean? If he were to do it now, it would be money. Or maybe when Dark Low gets out from serving his little 6 months or 9 months or however long he has to serve, maybe that'll be the good time to do it. But it's like, why miss out on money, man? Like they could just sell records.
Does Dark Low, what's up with the other dudes that was beefing with the Meek Mill, the Pound Side Pop dude? What about them?
Not too sure. It seems like they're out in California doing their thing.
Okay, so Low and them don't mess with them?
Poundside Pop actually used to mess with ARAB, but I'm not too familiar with it all.
Okay. Oh, let me check. Let me get my weed.
Bonds is going to get his weed. Well, Kuzi TV, I think they should really put the bullshit behind them, to be honest with you, man. It's got to be about unity, man. Shit's got to be about unity. And Omar said Kiss will bring 1 million views easy. Yeah, Kiss will guarantee 10 million views. You know what I mean? Like Kiss and Beanie C. But it's more than just the views. I'm talking about the actual pay-per-view sales. Will they sell 200,000 on pay-per-view? Will they sell 150,000 times 100 or 150,000 times 50 on pay-per-view? That's what I'm wondering. And yo, Omar, don't be promoting that dumb shit on my page either, man. I'm giving you an opportunity answering your questions as well. Young D said, Young Jeezy killed Jeezy, or Young Jeezy killed Gucci. Yeah, I think he showed that he had more records. Jada versus 50. I don't know, D Carter. I don't know about that one. Jada versus 50 in the verses. Does that really match up well?
Nah, 50 would kill him. He got but nah, Jada got it. That'll be decent. Nah. That'll be decent. Fuck with these. What you know about these?
No, I don't know nothing about those, man.
Oh my god. Come on, stop playing.
Those.
It's your life together, Mikey T. These is fire. You know about Quiz though.
Oh, I don't know about those. Well, Anthony, don't be talking on my dude Young D. That'll get your ass put in a timeout real quick. Don't be.
Who's that, Young D?
Young D's the homie. He been tapping in the last few days, man.
Oh.
Show love.
Salute, Young T. Young D. He been tapping in.
Gilly versus Cassidy.
Nah, Gilly ain't doing that. Like he didn't have a big enough body of work for. You mean the verses or a battle? What you mean?
Yeah, we don't know what you mean, Kuzi.
A battle would be different.
Hove versus Jada would be sick, but Jay ain't doing it. And yeah, that's in the same regard. Like Hove versus 50 would be sick, but it doesn't really match up right. And I'm just being real. Like when we say 50 versus Jada Kiss doesn't match up right, 50 versus Jay-Z doesn't match up right either. All right, Omar, that's gonna be your first. That's gonna be your timeout, brother. Don't ever tell me not to get in my feelings, man. I'm not in my feelings, but don't be trying to put me on blast.
Get in the corner. Mike E.T. is too. Nah, in the corner on time.
Nah, Young D, salute, man. Like just. Yo, I don't promote no type of negativity in the chat. Like, we all got to get along and shit. It's a pretty lit chat, to be honest with you guys. Now, there's the one. D Carter's got it. This is the one that would blow everything out the water. Hove versus Nas. Now, I'll tell you what I could do. I'll tell you what I could do. Fat Joe versus 50 Cent. I could do that.
Yeah, that's legit. That's legit.
They're going to do that one, aren't they, Bonds?
50 ain't gonna do no verse. 50 might do a versus. Jay-Z would never do a versus. 50 might.
Jay would do it with Nas. I think Jay would do it with Nas.
He might.
He
You
might.
got me thinking about him. I could see him sitting there with the cigar talking shit, fake laughing and shit.
You know, I guess Jay-Z just got rid of Tidal. I'm not too 100% positive on it, but
yeah, I heard that somewhere.
But if he were to create a new platform, wouldn't that be the most amazing way to start it? With like a 90-minute encounter.
Mm-hmm.
If imagine whatever they call the new platform, what if it's called like Encounter? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like a 90-minute encounter with Jay and Nas, and they do a different one every month or something like that. You get 12 a month. And it's kind of like WWE pay-per-view almost, right? It's like you subscribe to the Encounter network, and then you get 12 dope joints a month. One time for Skinny Me. Oh, another one, Kuzi TV. I'll give you that. Eminem versus 50 Cent would probably be bigger than M versus Fat or 50 versus Fat Joe. Who else would M go at it with in there? Bonds.
M could go at it with any of the greats. He could go at it with Jay, Nas. If they're gonna do, you know what I'm saying? He could go at it with any of the greats. I would have liked to see him and DMX too, but that would have been dope.
You know, I was thinking that too, man. You know, I was thinking that too on the real, man. But I guess Eminem and 50 would be good. But you know, the thing is, they don't have the storied past like Gucci and Jeezy do. 50 and Joe do. That's why that would be interesting.
Yeah.
M and Nas, as you said, would be great though.
Yeah.
Little Durk and Chief Keef? Nah.
Lil Durk or smack Chief Keef.
T Nitty says M and Busta.
Nah, I'm jacking that.
Like that?
Yeah.
Iceberg. Nas versus Cormega.
My drug clientele's bringing me money well. Smoking Boodles, the gooey so good it leave a funny smell. Cormega, my nigga.
Would it be Cormega versus Nas or Cormega versus AZ?
Cormega versus AZ. Cormega versus AZ.
Well, is Cormega versus Nas kind of like a Cassidy versus Hitman Holla matchup?
Nigga said visualizing the realism and life in action. Wow, I don't see why you told me you want to let me start rapping, bro. My niggas, man. Yeah.
A lot of the new guys have shown love to, you know, Cormega, like guys like Gunplay and Dark Low, you know, have shown love to Cormega. You can see how much he's impacted our generation.
Mega's that dope.
Ooh, ARAB versus Max B. What does everyone think? Oh, Ricky got it. Eminem versus Drake.
You gotta do Jay-Z versus Drake.
Nah, M versus Drake.
M versus Drake is good.
But ARAB versus Max B. These guys have been two of my favorite rappers. So I want to know, what does everyone in the chat think about M or ARAB or Max B? Bonds, is there one that you've heard more than the other, or can you really judge these two?
I don't compare them. I mean, I heard more Max B, but I fuck with AR shit. But it was more hard in street, and when Max B is the wave, it's wavy, so it's a difference. You know what I mean? You have to put them against somebody else. You can say Max B versus Drake.
No, like if we're talking about ARAB versus Max B, though, Max B's voice is a voice that you could hear on the radio. Did Ab Did Ab have a voice that you could hear on the? I mean, he had No Smoke, where he shifted his voice. But what did you think about his voice on beat? Was it a voice like sometimes somebody's voice just shouldn't be on beat.
Nah, I think I liked Ab, but see, it's a different feel. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a street dude, and I'm a, you know what I'm saying? I'm a hard, I'm like a ad. You know what I'm saying? So I I feel that type of music differently. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different wave. You know what I'm saying? But Max B, I like the wavy shit too. But you can't really mix them. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's you know what I mean. So yeah, but yeah, that's commercial wise. I think Max B I have a bigger song. You know what I mean? Of course, this is singing is you know what I'm saying. Mac, oh yeah,
Now,
all that shit is street. It's gutter.
now if Ab would have put, Designer on No Smoke instead of the dude who was really just supposed to be the ghostwriter. I think they had used him as a ghostwriter. What's his name? Who's the dude on No Smoke with Ab? The singer. I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now. Probably come to me in a second. But anyways, I think he should have put Designer on that joint. You think they could have got Designer on the No Smoke joint if they offered him $40,000 bonds, or do you think he wouldn't have taken that?
They should have been able to.
40 grand?
This was I mean, Panda was a big song. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully. You talking about Velas?
Velas. Yep, Velas. Velas should have wrote the hook for Designer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then maybe even Velas and Designer could have got a relationship going. But man, that would have been it. Designer on that joint, No Smoke, would have been it. You
Yeah.
think what would that have done for Ab to go get the guy who made Panda and put him on his song, being like, "There ain't no smoke, 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 smoke. They don't want no smoke, smoke." What would that
That'd
have
been
done for
fire.
Ab?
That'd have been fire.
At that point, how do you get all the DJs in New York to play that?
Um,
If you're AR Ab,
yeah, you gotta hit. You can hit them all separately, or you can hit the top one and give them. You're gonna have to send that bread, send that cash app or that Zelle,
oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
and you sit back and
Yep.
you know, wait for your shit to pop.
Yep. Ab was saying that Birdman told him he had to spend like 25,000 on radio promo and shit like that. I
Yeah.
think, but you got to have a record that they're gonna want to play, right, Bonds?
Yeah, or you gotta have a record. It would be best if it's a decent record, or it's gonna take you longer to push it. You're gonna have to spend that 25 after it goes. You're gonna have to spend another one.
Right.
You want that record to catch fast.
And let's be honest, AR featuring Velas isn't as big of a seller as Designer and AR.
Exactly.
You know. Yep, shit like that. Krista Crisis said, could have did numbers or shit like that. Coco. I'm in love with the Coco that OT Genesis had. You know, these are like breakout street records. Iceberg says that K Slay would have played it for free. DJ Nuff also. These other DJs would have followed.
Niggas would have played just shit. Yeah, DJ play your song for free one time or something. But we talking about spinning it in rotation. Ain't no DJ putting your song in rotation for free. That's not gonna happen. So,
Did what about like a street take, like a record that just takes? Damn, I don't know, man. I just if Designer could have got that record with Ab, it would have made his career a whole different too, man. You think Designer?
right.
Yo, do you think Designer would have felt the way jumping on that shit as just the hook to the point where he would have been like, yo, I got to put a verse on that shit? Or you think he would have just laid the hook happily?
I think he would have laid the hook happily. They probably could have got him to throw a verse on it if
Which you don't really need.
you don't really need though.
You don't really need it. But Jesus, man, that would have taken over BET if Ab would have done that. I'm just saying there was no real appeal with just Velas on it.
Yeah. Plus, you know, the street records sometimes it take a little. It may take, you know, those all the time don't be the. You know what I mean? Plus, Ab, like you gotta think marketability and sell and all that. Anyway, Ab was, you know, Ab a goon, so
That's why he needed designer to clean up his image.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
damn it.
we need something to clean that up.
I wish I would have been there to. I wish I would have been able to tell him to do that. He probably would have just said, "Mikey T, you're crazy, though, right?"
Exactly. Yeah. So
He's like, "Mikey T, thank you for the $50,000 idea. Like that idea is going to cost $50,000, but
right.
and Velas did it. You know what I mean? Because he's my bro. You know."
And that makes a huge difference.
Oh damn! I didn't even think about it. Would it be actually Rick Ross versus 50 Cent, or do you like Rick Ross versus Fat Joe better?
I like Rick Ross versus Fat Joe.
I really do too, man, because they both have albums of hits, like 7 or 8 albums of hits.
Yeah.
Like 50 only has like 4 albums. Or
Ja Rule could go against Fat Joe too.
is 50 gonna be up there doing NYPD, LAPD, NYPD? Is he gonna be able to do that at his verses?
Yeah. He gonna do yeah.
But yeah, I really like that battle, T Nitty. Fat Joe and Rick Ross. Yeah, because they have so many different hits. Max is coming home to the bag, Omar says. Yeah, he is. And we were discussing that a little bit earlier. And we were actually talking about it last night too, Bonds, me and Rosewood, before you tapped in, actually. And Max B, if he comes home in 2025, I don't think that's the worst thing, man. The United States and all the shows should be getting back to normal by 2022, 2023, where it's actual 30,000, 40,000 capacity crowds on a regular basis, you know, and people are touring every night of the year. You know, Max B actually he's not missing much right now. His name is still building up. Like his net worth, like the amount of money when he comes home, he's going to be worth 30, 40, $50,000 a night, Bonds.
Max B?
Yeah. It's going to be just like Bobby Shmurda right now. It's going to be just like Kodak Black. There's going to be a major bidding war for him, Bonds. No? Bonds, people are going to hate on you, man. I don't know if you know what really. I don't know if you know what you're saying.
This is why I'm saying no, because and I'm a Max B fan, so I'm gonna be hype when he come home, and I'm gonna tap into whatever he do. You know what I'm saying? But I think these younger dudes, I think they more in tune with you know, the Bobby Smurters and those dudes. Like, I don't think they gonna be that they gonna be that hype for Max B. You know what I'm saying? Now he has the opportunity and the talent to come back with a you know, with some good material that can, you know, take over. Hopefully if he do something like that, you know what I'm saying? You know, he's a good artist, so I believe in him artist wise. So he got potential to do it, but I don't think it's gonna be like, nah, Quavo ain't about to put the big Schmurder chain on, the big wavy chain on him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think these young boys gonna be on him like that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's not going to be Bobby Shmurda putting the Shmurda chain on him. What do you mean? It's going to be French Montana. It's not going to be Quavo. It's going to be French Montana. French Montana is going to be the one there with the jet picking him up.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, French got to do that. You know, yeah, French gonna do that for sure.
Of course.
But I don't think it's gonna be. I mean, I think a lot of, you know, dudes is everybody gonna show him love. But I'm just saying, as far as like the numbers wise and be, you know what I'm saying? Like Bobby Smurda came home and And they got like 5 million people. Like everybody started following him on Twitter, like the same. I mean, on Instagram, like the same day. I don't think that's gonna happen with Max B.
Well, you might be right in that consideration, but he's gotten 5 million fans while he's been locked up. Like,
Well, he got an Instagram right now.
no, I don't. Well, he does have an Instagram, but I don't think you can't just judge Max B based on his Instagram. You can't just judge based on
No. But I'm not judging him. We are judging his reception upon coming home. That's a different question.
Yeah, Max B only has 212,000 followers on Instagram, but you can't judge it based on that.
But that's still a lot, though.
Yeah, you see,
For a guy that's been in jail for 20 years, that's a lot.
Bonds is tripping. LOL. I think he's gonna come back strong if his first album is fire. And you know
That's what I said. If his first album fire.
That's the thing. Like, you really gotta have watched history. Look what happened to Boozy when he came home. Boozy started getting the most major checks. You know what I'm saying? From shows. Boozy started getting $60,000, $70,000 shows. His celebrity increased from the 5 years that he was in jail. But
he wasn't going 20 years.
His music wasn't there. His music wasn't there whatsoever. So his music didn't connect. That's going to be the Bobby Shmurda. He's home. But the thing about Bobby Shmurda is that his music never really connected in the first place.
Facts.
You know, Max B's music always connected. Like, that's going to be different about Max B.
That's a fact.
He's going to be able to lean on his music, where a lot of these guys have to lean on the celebrity factor, I think.
No, that's true. No, that's valid. That's valid right there. He is the most talented out of all those. And that's why I said he still got that ace in the hole, because he has his talent that he could come back and he could, you know what I'm saying? But I think initially, he was going for like 20 years, bro.
What do you mean, might Ricky D? Max B has only got bigger since his incarceration. And that's unreal. Like, he has only got bigger. Like, I hope it keeps working out for Ab like that. I hope Ab gets bigger. But when Ab first got indicted and his case was going on, Tekashi 6ix9ine and the Treyway got indicted right after. So everybody forgot about Ab's whole situation in that regard, Bonds. Because that whole situation, like, put a cloud all over it. You know, it was the big. It was actual, because Tekashi was more close to the industry than Ab. You know what I mean? Ab was right on the cusp, but Tekashi was breaking down the door. Billboards, you know what I mean? But yeah.
True.
D. Carter says, is Shmurda doing music? I guess he's kind of tied up right now in regard to releasing his music. Epic claims they owe him an album. Epic says Bobby owes us an album. He never gave us the album that we paid him whatever for. What do you think in that regard, Bonds? When's this man going to put out an album?
He probably is recording a bunch of things and trying to find his sound. You know what I mean? He got to knock that jail rust off him. He probably making a bunch of bullshit right now.
Yeah, you don't want to be like Shine. You know what I mean?
He probably came out with a couple Shine sounding joints right now. They're like, hold on, let's just chill. You know what I mean? He was down for 7 joints though, so give him a second. Probably this summer. He probably dropped something this summer for sure.
This summer.
He might be waiting for stuff to open back up so he can go do shows and shit.
Yeah, like I said, man. Right now, with Bitch 9 getting out of jail, he lost out on all the shows that him and Nicki could have been doing on that #1 record. All gone. Probably what? How many shows do you think they could have did off of that #1 single? 100 Bonds, or am I tripping?
Nah, you ain't tripping. That shit would have rocked for. They'd have been doing shows on that shit for damn near a year, probably. You got to be thinking shit. They could have been doing 4, 5 a week. Could have been doing shit. Yeah, they could have been banging out at least 100 of them shits.
Yep, they could. Legendary says, when is Max B coming home? From what I read, the last date I read was 2020.
That picture is dope. I can. The God. That's a 4K looking picture too.
Omar
Yeah.
says, wait until Max can talk his shit on the gram. Huh? What about that? Do you think it's going to be easy for Max B to learn how to work the gram bonds?
Yeah, wavy people can adapt, man. You know, people with swag, people that's close to the pulse, innovators. You know what I mean? Can always adapt. So he gonna be able to adapt.
So basically, you're saying Max B isn't really going to have an issue holding the phone in front of his face and saying, yo, it's the wavy baby. I'm back. You know, I ain't leave for long, baby. You know I'm here.
Yeah, he gonna go crazy on the gram, and that could bring his spot because he's a funny dude. So he got a lot of personality. So yeah,
Well, Bobby has a lot of personality as well, but
he does.
what's the comparison of their personalities?
Uh, I think I think Bobby is funny, but I think Max has a lot more. You know, he's more witty and smooth. You know what I'm saying? So and you know he has more, I guess, a different style, more style. You know what I'm saying? He's
And,
older too. You know, Bobby's younger, so he's a little rougher around the edges. He's, you know what I mean?
and honestly, Bobby strikes me as the type of guy who's like, "What's up, baby?" And then he dips off to the next person. You
Yeah,
know, he's like, "Yo, what's good? You know how we doing things? We getting shmoney. You know, we got the new project coming, baby. Yeah, you know." And then Max B is the type of guy to be like, you know, we get this money, baby. He'll sit there and talk for like 3.5, 4 minutes. You know,
right.
get the whole shit. Hey, we got this wave, man. You know, but Bobby just seems like he's kind of not as focused on his shit as Max B was when it came to sitting down and getting in front of a camera and shit. And sometimes that could work against you.
Yeah, thanks.
You saw the skit that Bobby did with Kevin Hart, bro?
Mm-mm.
You
Nah.
didn't see it? That is the most funny ass thing in life. That is the most funny thing in life. Bobby Shmurda just keeps giving Kevin Hart drugs.
Some new shit he did when he came since he came on.
No, this is back in the day.
Oh,
This is back in the
I
day.
might have seen that shit on Instagram, Joe.
Yeah, you might have seen it. That shit.
Yeah,
That shit was dead ass hilarious. But yeah, French is going to get Max. They're gonna start a whole record label together, I imagine.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, French is already signed, right?
What you mean? No, they're gonna start a whole record label together.
Yeah, but French probably ain't gonna be able to put music out on it.
Why not?
Any son?
Oh,
Don't Diddy got him?
you know he's gonna get out of that deal. That whole situation.
Nobody gets away from Diddy. No, I'm playing.
Oh, French has Diddy.
Yeah, Diddy got French, man.
Diddy has French. Max is signed to like an independent label.
Who signed that independent?
Max.
Yeah. But I'm talking
So
about French.
once Max gets out of jail, you know someone's gonna buy that contract. Which is what I think is gonna happen with Bobby Shmurda too. Who, if somebody wants Bobby bad enough, they'll probably just pay out Epic, I would imagine.
Yeah, but that's probably too why he gonna have to get some good music because yeah they're gonna buy out Epic and all that. They probably going to hear something.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, that really they could still make their money back anyway off of of his popularity alone. Once you open back up, put him on a tour, they make their money right back, even if he got trash.
Put him on a tour. I don't know if that's how it works, but I mean, if the label sets up the tour, I guess they'll make their percentage off of it.
Oh, the label goes set up the tour.
Oh yeah, you know that. Um, Iceberg says, is it safe to say French only got signed because of the work he did with Max B? Did Max make French hot? Let's keep it a buck. Would Diddy have signed French otherwise? Honestly, Berg, I don't think Diddy knew too much about Max B from the videos that I've seen. I think Diddy is more familiar with French from all the videos that I've seen. Like it seemed like from what in the past that Diddy was really introduced to Max to be by French. You know, that's just what I've seen personally. I think it was French's later work after Max got locked up. Like French started working with Fat Joe, and French started working with like 3-6 Mafia. He kept the He started working with Waka Flocka. He started keeping all these collaboration projects going. But what it really was that put French on Diddy's radar was when he started working with Rick Ross. That's what really put him on his radar because French was actually one of the original. You might know this, Bonds. French was one of the original guys that were going to go to MMG. It was going to be originally Wale, Meek Mill, and French, but then Pill had got brought in through the Atlantic Records situation. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But after Max had gone to jail, French Montana kept working. What you know what I mean? Like he put together he had done records with Fat Joe on the Dark Side album, as well as a Chopper Down with Waka Flocka, and then he started making his way out to Rick Ross. So he did learn a lot from Max B, though. That was his first greatest collaborator. I will say that.
Yeah, I think Max. I think but I think Diddy did see the videos and all of that shit like that because they watched those DVDs and they knew Max influence because Max was making a lot of noise. But I think French got there because French worked his way up. French this is a business too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I hate to be so what is that? Pragmatic about everything, but that's just how my brain works. It's just like is a business too. So what because French came up from the DVDs, from getting on Smack DVD, doing his own DVD, collaborating with bigger artists, and he worked. If you see and you know how the business works, French worked his way up to Diddy. You know what I'm saying? And he was gonna do something like that regardless. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta admire his hustle and his money and him betting on himself and staying, you know what I'm saying, in that vision. So I think that's more or less what got French there.
But in all honesty, Max and French helped each other though,
Yeah.
because Max B didn't have the visual outlet when he was with Jim Jones and Bird Gang like that. He didn't have the visual outlet. They were signed to a record label when they were working on the Bird Gang album. That was an album that they were going to work on that was going to come out at a certain part of the year. And then you're pretty much expected to keep your mouth shut until that comes out. You know what I mean? Don't burn out the tracks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're not getting the constant video promotion that later the relationship that French had with Max enabled him to have. That relationship enabled him to put out a video anytime he wanted to go at Max, to go at Jim Jones, or to go at any of the Dipset members, or to promote a project. Plus, his relationship with French, it opened him up to a lot more interviews and actually, being a lot more sinister on the camera, I think. Prophecy. I don't know if French, I wouldn't say that about French not being bad boy. We'll have to see what French's new album drops on, because even Machine Gun Kelly has still dropped his albums with Diddy. You know what I mean? Diddy has kept a close relationship with some of the more recent signings.
Oh well. Okay.
Yeah. He's actually put out all of Machine Gun Kelly's albums.
All them rock joints.
He even put out the One Rock album that came out, man.
Yeah, Diddy like, yo, you could do rock if you want to. I don't care. That album coming here, champ.
Yep.
The album coming here, baby. Rock, snap. You could snap on it, whatever you want to do.
Who is it? Who else is it? So French who started doing a few albums. Did anybody else? I know he had signed Red Cafe at that same point. Those were the three that he had signed, right? It was them three and Cassie, right?
Yeah.
Am I missing anybody of his recent signings?
Mm. Mm.
So he's really only had 2 artists coming out with albums as of late.
I know his son and them. They got the group, the Sin, like whatever's the name of the group, Sin. His son,
Now, whose son I really like is Will Smith's son. Man,
Jade.
yeah.
He's fire. I
Yeah.
got one of his mixtapes. I had like 2 years ago. That shit was fire.
I was very disappointed with After Earth, but he redeemed himself with Icon.
Yeah, joint fire.
Yeah, Red Cafe Iceberg was Diddy got behind Red Cafe, and they really had the momentum for a second when Red Cafe and Rick Ross had that record.
Right.
They had the momentum, man. They should have just put the album out, but they didn't want to. They were like, "Oh, if we only sell 100,000 copies, it's going to be a failure or something."
They dropped it independently.
I
Shit
don't
could
know.
make $1 million.
Did they drop Red Cafe's album?
I did have some Red Cafe joint. That was a while ago. I don't know who dropped it.
Yo, what was Red Cafe's song with Rick Ross called, you guys?
Mm.
What was his but yeah, he really was going for a minute, man. He had the best record in the club for a second, man. But let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see what it's called. It's Fly Together with Ryan Leslie and Rick Ross.
Yep.
You know, it doesn't make any sense why they would be scared of record sales bonds. Young Jeezy did a song Act Right with Yo Gotti. The album only sold like 35,000 copies first week. You know, French Montana's Excuse My French album only sold like 50,000 copies first week. I don't know
Yeah.
why they were so beat up about record sales, man.
Yep. Because man, you know they with the labels, and the labels is only gonna give you a certain amount of. They only gonna treat carry you according to your sales. You know what I'm saying? So if you sold, it's like levels. You're gold artist, or you platinum, or you multi platinum. The labels you get, So these dudes, man, they need a pat on the back and a sign off on a budget to eat for the
Whoa.
next day.
Well, Iceberg, what are you talking about, man? Iceberg says Cafe couldn't make a hit to save his life. What are you talking about? He made Fly Together. But did Red Cafe get popped for wearing fake jewelry, they're saying, or something, Bonds?
I don't know.
What do
I, I
you know
never
about New
heard
York
of it.
rappers wearing fake jewelry?
Yeah, man.
They
These
do it a
niggas
lot.
can't be as rich as y'all think they is, man.
Hold on. Yeah, maybe I should ask you about that on camera. But what's up with the dudes who would wear like the jewelry of like the big ass Pepsi logo?
Oh, you talking about Coke and news? Coke?
Like back in like 2007 and
Yeah,
shit.
Coke. You probably talking about Coke. He had the Coke piece too. DJ Envy artist.
No, actually, didn't Maserati Fox have a Pepsi piece?
That's a fact. Mozzie did have.
Why did
Mozzie
they
did.
have why did they have a Pepsi piece, Bonds?
I don't know, bro.
Is there any way a Pepsi piece could be real?
If you work for Pepsi, I don't know.
I just don't get why somebody would want to go to one of those spots and grab a handful of fake chains and wear them in a video. Why were they doing that in 2007, Bonds?
Look good, the image, man. You know, people like girls that they want to be revered. People don't recognize you sometimes, so people want to make them see them, man. Gotta work hard, get a real chain, man. You know. But with the rappers, I don't know, man.
Real chains cost more than $5,000, right, Bonds?
Yeah, hell yeah. If you want some ice in that shit, or you get a little joint, get some little shits, man. Little shit's good.
Nobody wanted to wear the
Yeah.
little shits though back then, right?
You said who?
Nobody wanted to wear the little shits back then, man. It was about the big
Yeah, it was
bulges.
about the big shits and then shits hanging all the way down. Yeah, it was big shits then. Now niggas is chokers and little shits.
Young D says that's what ruined Ace Hood. You remember the video of Ace Hood when he was on the watch and his bezel fell off?
Yeah.
I don't think that's what ruined Ace Hood. I think he had a bunch of hits after that.
Yeah, Ace Hood just wasn't you know, I don't know. They say a couple things. Slow Daddy Pro. They say, some people blame Khaled. People say he wasn't strong enough as an artist, you know what I'm saying, to hold his own. You know, I don't know. To me, I think Ace Hood is he's okay. I fuck with him a little bit. I don't know. I never was really into him like that.
Ace Hood versus Lloyd Banks versus would be lit.
Song wise, yeah. Yeah, it would be.
And plus they're both proteges, man.
Yeah, it would be.
The protege of DJ Khaled, the protege of 50 Cent.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That
The
would be
more,
dope.
the more less spoken guys.
Yeah,
All right, well, Ricky D, do me a favor. I
that
want
would be dope.
I want you to go look up what year that bezel incident happened, what year, and then I want you to look up the last hits that he was putting out. You know what I mean? Like, because he had a shitload of records, man. Do your little research right now and find out if that did in fact ruin his career or if he had some records like the Blood, Sweat, and Tears and shit like that.
Yeah.
Legendary said Banks would destroy him though, Bonds. You think so?
Yeah, I mean lyrically, if you're talking like on some, you know what I mean, as far as bars, but in the verses, what's the name got some hits, some big songs too. So I think in the verses it would be tight. It would be good. That'd be a good verses. A rap battle, yeah. Banks and kill him in a rap. I can't even say kill because Ace Hood got bars though, man, but not like Banks maybe.
Iceberg says Block Gang ain't rock Pepsi chains. Neither did nobody on Saratoga Ave or from Tompkins Peas. But Iceberg. So tell me, it was it
Block
Nolan?
Gang News is Block Gang. You know the funny thing about News?
Oh
It's
yeah, News
crazy.
Block Gang. Yep.
Yeah, News name used to be Bonds, and my name used to be News.
Is Luck? Is
That's
that?
crazy.
Have you ever
You
heard
told me that shit. Shout out the News. You
Block
see what?
Gang Luck? You ever heard of Block Gang Luck?
Nah,
I might be mistaken on the name.
I remember. They used to run around with us around the same time. Envy was managing them. They was down with Envy, and they had this other manager. I think his name was Mel. When we used to do the smack shit, we used to fuck with them a lot. It was Coke and News. Coke had the chain with the like a circle piece, but it was Coke. It was the Coke bottle top, like the red joint with the Coke with the diamonds in it.
Actually, I'd say what put French on the commercial map was the success of like Pop That, but more importantly, following it up with the success of Ain't Worried About Nothing. Ain't Worried About Nothing spun on the radio more than anything you would ever hear. And he had that same success with Unforgettable, which was crazy to
But
have
he
a
had like 2 joints with Drake before that, remember too.
right warm-up joints kind of.
Yeah, but with Drake though, bro.
Right. He also had the record with Nicki Minaj called Freaks that didn't really he wishes he would have released that third. Jay-Z, I believe, he said Jay-Z told him he should have released that third with Nicki. But Nicki was the hottest thing in the industry. Whoever didn't want to jump on Nicki with their single would have been a moron at that point. Would you am I right or wrong, Bonds?
Yeah, you're right.
You would have been a moron. And it gave him kind of a lukewarm second single, but he had that fire third single. Jin versus Banks Ali. I don't know if I could sit through that one, brother. Ransom versus Freddie Gibbs. I'm sorry, man. No, I'm just messing around. Ransom, that's the homie. I'm trying to get an interview with him right now. We actually kind of been talking.
Ransom, yeah, he fucking with 38 Special right now.
A word.
Yeah,
Matt Ellen says disrespect for Ace Hood. Lloyd Banks versus Ace ain't raw. Yeah, it is. It is raw enough. They both got
Ace got a lot of joints, bro.
They both got a lot of joints. They probably both got at least 6 or 7 known joints.
Yes, sir, man, fella. Ace got some joints. Think about it. We ain't talking about a rap battle. It's like songs. Ace might have more joints than Banks.
Truffle Butter was Nicki, Drake, and Wayne, and they had taken Tyga off of it. Brooklyn News was signed to Murder Inc. right when they got indicted. Yeah, I had done an interview with News right around them as well.
Facts, he was. I fuck with News. Shout to News. I ain't seen News. I'm talking shout to News. Good dude.
Bonds, what do you think? Old school or new school?
Old school, new school. Need to learn though. See, this is the thing. Nikki from Queens. She from my hood. You know, but Lil Kim is, you know what I mean? She the queen bee.
Okay.
You know, respect both of the queens, man. I ain't gonna partake in the woman's thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man. Shout out to both of them though. I do got my feelings about it, but I ain't gonna talk about it. I don't want to speak on those.
Trying to bring up. So 2011, he had the album Blood, Sweat, and Tears. He had the single Go and Get It. Hustle Hard.
Hustle. That was big. That Hustle Hard joint was big. And he had that other what was Ace at the first? Hold up. No, it was the Hustle. He had two Hustle joints. He had the Hustle Hard and the before he had the other.
He had Go and Get It.
Yeah, that probably was it.
Then he had the Trials and Tribulations album.
Yeah, the Hustle Hard was closed mouths. Don't get fed on this boulevard. That was that song.
He had Bugatti.
Yeah.
Maybe I was overselling it a little bit on Ace Hood, but he's definitely got some hits, man.
How many Banks got though?
Banks has a lot, man. Banks, I mean,
Smile, Fly. How many hits, solo hits Banks got?
let's see. About to bring it up right now.
About the same amount as Ace.
Start off with Smile because that was featured on Beg for Mercy, but he's also got
I'm So Fly.
On Fire, I'm So Fly, Karma.
Four.
And then he's got then he's also got Cake, Hands Up. He's got Help with Carrie Hilson. Why wouldn't you play? You wouldn't play the Carrie Hilson joint?
Looking like he might have to because we only up to 6 right now. So
yeah, he's gonna have to, man.
He ain't got at least 10.
Then he's got Beamer, Benz, or Bentley.
7. That's
then,
one.
Then he's got I Don't Deserve You with Jeremiah.
Okay.
And then throw in Where I'm At with Eminem.
Yeah, he got drunk. And we throw that in. That's 9. Still need another one.
Oh, he's got the joint called I Get High with Snoop as well.
Facts. Okay. He ready to go.
I was gonna say Warrior as well.
Yeah, Warrior's fire. Warrior. Yeah. Yeah, you can give him that too. Yep. So he got at least 10. He got 10. So yeah, he might win. But it'll still be a good versus.
So should it be maybe Lloyd Banks versus The Game?
Yeah, that is better.
What does The Game got? The Game's got. The Game might have him right off. He's got.
Game got him though.
Game got West Side Story, Hate It or Love It, How We Do, Higher. Would you put Higher on there?
Can't Stop. Can't Stop.
He's got We Ain't. Since we gave Banks the Eminem joint, we got to give. You know what I mean? He's got We Ain't with Eminem. So how many is that already?
You said like 4.
Then Doctor's Advocate. He had He had One Blood with Junior Reed. Wouldn't Get Far with Kanye West. He could probably even do Scream on him with Swiss Beats.
You got Swiss on the egg and throw that on it. That's worthy.
Where the fuck is the? I thought he had a record. No, that's not the Eminem one. That's not the Lil Wayne record. Where the hell's the Lil Wayne? Well, that's the second. That's the.
You know you're gonna give him 50 shits that hate it or love it, all that shit.
Oh yeah, we already gave him those. Okay, so then he had My Life on LAX with Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Did he have anything else? Games Pain with Keisha Cole. Honestly,
He had a couple joints on that 1980. What was that? 1982 something? 1980 something album.
The next one was the Red album. What do you have on the Red album?
That's when he was talking about the bitches. I think he had a girl song.
He's got a Good Girls Go Bad with Drake. He's got
about that shit.
Red Nation with Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that would be good.
Yeah, that's about 9, 8, 9.
Wayne versus T.I. Since T.I. didn't get his bet. Nah, I don't know if that. I mean, T.I.'s got a lot of.
That'd be a good one.
That'll be a good one. Oh my God, yo, you don't even want to do T.I. T.I.'s probably got 20.
Yeah, T.I. and Wayne, that'd be a good one.
T.I. have 20.
T.I. laying low right now, man.
Yo, man.
I'm trying to throw all the dirt and no speech on my son's name right now.
Yep. I'm not even going to look at the I'm Serious album, to be honest with you. So he's got Let's Get Away, 24s, Rubber Band Man. You Don't Know Me. Bring Them Out. Do you know Get Loose with Nelly?
Nah.
Okay, so then we'll move on to King.
That ain't gangsta. Nah.
Front Back. What You Know. Live in the Sky with Jamie Foxx. Why You Wanna. Cop Back.
I got some joints though.
So that's 10 already.
Yeah.
T.I. versus T.I.P. What did he have on this album?
A lot of shit. I think that's the joint with Rihanna and
Big Shit Poppin'.
Yeah, that's my shit.
You Know What It Is with Wyclef. I don't know. Touchdown with Eminem.
Touchdown with Eminem.
Next album, Paper Trail. Paper Trail.
Oh, yeah, that's the shit. I think with the Rihanna and the boy there.
Live Your Life, Whatever You Like.
Your life. Hey.
Swagger Like Us.
No one on the corner.
Dead and Gone with Justin Timberlake.
Let it go.
Wow. It might be over now, though. We're at the No Mercy album.
It's over, shit.
It's over now?
Nah, but we talking about Wayne, though, so they ain't even start yet.
So we're
Weezy, though.
Jesus, man.
Please say that, baby.
I'm not seeing any singles here. He has like 8 singles, but none of them hit. I'm Back. Yeah, You Know. Got Your Back. Guys, in the chat, help me.
Then I got your back. Yeah, that was big.
Okay, I got your back.
Yeah. Said I got your back.
You hear me? Get back up. I can't help it. That's all she wrote. Anything else hitting you, Bonds?
No.
This is
I know my girl like that. I got your back shit.
Trouble Man. What did he have on Trouble Man?
Trouble Bear, yeah. I think you better have what?
Go get it. Ball. Oh, trap back jumping.
And I think balls.
Trap back jumping.
That was fire.
Oh, and he had ball. Yep,
Yeah,
ball. Is that the
ball.
one like ball?
Ball. Yeah, these clubs so packed. These girls so drunk. I think that's that one, right? Ball.
No, isn't that the
Ball.
one that's like ball on these suckers when they hate and understand? Like ball on these.
Okay.
He's got 20. He has 20.
He got 20. He got 30.
All right, I don't know the sorry. I don't know. All right, so dime trap. Nope, I don't know nothing on dime trap.
Yeah, Dom Trap. Dom Trap, yeah. The other shit just dropped Dom Trap like a year ago or some shit.
Yep. Wow, so he's got 20. Oh, he's got 20. I want to see if Wayne can beat it right here.
Wayne can beat it though.
Wayne's going to beat 20? All right, we'll see. We're doing it right now. Lil Wayne versus T.I., you guys. Lil Wayne versus T.I. is what we're doing right now. Anybody want to donate to the channel, hit that Cash App.
Official versus. Bow, bow.
Donate by Cash App. You guys show some love. We're going to get into the first album. The Block is Hot.
The block is hot. The block is hot. Block
So are
is
we really giving that to him with Juvenile and BG? The Block is Hot?
No, but he got that block is hot by itself.
All right. I'm just saying, was that really a hit off of that album?
A block on fire, nigga. What about churn? My block hot, nigga. My block burn. Hell yeah.
Ollie, did we not say bring him out from T.I.?
Yeah, you said bring about. It's hard to yell with the barrels to get about. We did. We said that.
Okay, so nothing. So the Block is Hot. We'll give him that for his debut album. Hold on one second. Let me see what they say was the lead single here. The album was known by the title "I Ride at Night."
Bling bling.
Wow.
Every time I come around your city, bling bling. Pinky ring worth about 50, bling bling.
All right, so Get Off the Corner, Everything, Shine on Lights Out.
Get off the corner. Fire.
Get Off the Corner.
Wayne that guy, no.
500 Degrees, Way of Life, Where You At.
500 degrees. That was like the first out. That was his first out.
That was his third album.
The first album was what, like 400 degrees or something, right?
No, that was Juvenile's album.
Oh, right. That's where he was beefing with Juvie. That's why he did that shit 500 degrees right there at the Juvie left, right?
All right, here we go. Finally, we're getting to it. Go DJ on the Carter. I Miss My Dogs.
The first three Carters, all of them joints.
Earthquake is on this with Jazzy Faye. Do you know Bring It Back? Oh, is that Bring It Back? Bring It.
Nah. That's on one.
That's on the Carter one.
Bring It Back. Is that house? It is in that house party. Is a video? Is that a girl song? Is what's the name on it? I think it's the Manny Fresh beat.
Yes, it's a Manny Fresh beat.
They had a video for that joint.
All right, so then he's got Fireman, Hustler Music, Shooter.
All three of them.
Yes, let's see what else.
All three of them.
All
three of y'all.
Money on My Mind.
Yeah, that's fine. That's Carter 2, ain't it? Money on My Mind.
Yes, we're on Carter 2 now. Best Rapper Alive.
Just the best rapper retired.
Okay.
Well, so nobody won a versus with Wayne.
Well, we're at 10 right now, man. We're at 10.
Nobody won.
And we're moving on to the dedication, which is like, oh man, no, we're not doing the dedication. No, god damn it.
Yeah, go to Carter 3 there.
No, we're going to Like Father, Like Son.
Okay. Start like my daddy.
Stunting Like My Daddy. You Ain't Know. Does Leather So Soft really got to be on there?
Oh yes, my leather so soft. My top so soft. I probably have it off. Make it so soft. It's my shit. I go so hard. You about to make me pull out some wings and I gotta listen to that card. That's
All right.
three.
Now we're on the card. Yep. Now we're on the Carter 3. Lollipop, A Millie, Mr. Carter, Miss Officer. What was Got Money?
That's
Oh,
four. Got money.
money.
And
Got
you know it.
money. Yeah,
Take that out your pocket and show it, then go it.
yeah, yo, Shaq, we're not doing the dedication one. We're sticking to the album strictly.
That's five right there. You just said
Yep. So right now we're technically at
15. It's
15.
crazy.
Okay, let's see. Now we're after the Carter 3.
And you still got more joints on the Carter 3 and 2 and 1.
Now we're moving on to Rebirth, which I'm gonna give him Prom Queen. Hold on, what was Drop the World? Was Drop the World? I'm gonna give Drop the World with Eminem.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
I didn't really like that. I guess it gives Eminem.
Then we're going into I'm Not a Human Being, and Lil Wayne has 20 now, you guys.
And he won.
No, it's tied. I don't know any records from I'm Not a Human Being. Unless you know right above it with Drake. Do you know Drake and Lil Wayne right above it?
We didn't do none of this shit with Drake and Lil Wayne, do we?
Well, they haven't come up yet.
Wow, it's crazy.
Yeah, because the Drake and Lil Wayne song was actually supposed to be on the Carter 4 or their 5 or whatever it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 4, I think it was it. That's what she just came out with.
All right, so I'm not seeing nothing on. All right, so we're moving on to the Carter 4 now. Oh, this is where he's gonna kill it. 6 foot 7 foot. John, How to Love, She Will, Mirror. What was It's Good? Did I say She Will? Not. Yep, I did say She Will. That was the Drake record.
Did you say a Millie?
Yep, I said a Millie. All right, so that's good on that. Let's see what we got. Damn it. So he's got 25 now.
Yeah.
So he won.
Yeah, he won. Game over.
I'm just trying to get to the Carter 5, I guess. Were there mad hits on the Carter 5?
That's what he just came out with, right? I don't really think so. I don't know. He probably had something on there. Well, oh yeah, he got a drink with Kendrick.
Yep, we're not even gonna get into it. He already won. Wow, Bonds. Wow, man. 20 to 25. Or maybe 21 to 25. What a blowout, man.
Yeah, we ain't that dude. I'm about to tap out too, man. Shit.
Thanks for sticking in on that, man. Let everybody in here
my dude.
follow you. Let everyone know where they can follow you on social media, bro.
Yo, Bond Simmons, just like that. BONDS. That's on MMONS, man. On all platforms. Catch me here. Report Card Radio as well. Boy, with my boy, with our boy. Like to see the movie star.
Yo, enjoy your night, man. I'll talk to you soon. Bonds is that guy, y'all. Major salute to him. Appreciate him for tapping in tonight. Legendary. Jay-Z versus Eminem. Yeah, we got to do that one. We got to do that one next time, man. That would be that'd be dope just to hear who has the most singles out of the two of them. I think Jay has more albums, though. But with that, I could probably include some of the D12 albums to actually, fill out some of the space more. You guys know I know how to work when it comes to this shit. It's been a live night. If anybody wants to donate to the channel, though, I'd appreciate it. Cash App Mikey T Movie if you want to, you know what I mean? Support the channel if you want to go the extra mile, if you want to do more than just liking the video and shit like that. I come on here and do lives. I gave y'all 2 new joints today. I put out the Hip Hop Trivia Battle Episode 3, which I would appreciate if you all went and checked out. If you guys are into hip hop trivia, please go check out my new hip hop trivia battle that actually featured Bon Simmons defending the title against RBH. I'd appreciate if you all went in and checked that out. I'm going to post a link to it right now. I'm going to post a link to it right now so y'all can check it.
My parents were both born deaf.
Everybody would go check out the Hip Hop Trivia Battle Episode 3 when we get out of here. That would be dope. I'd like your all comments on it. You know what I mean? I'd like your ideas. Maybe if anybody wants to help me with questions, or if you yourself actually want to get on the show, you can just hit me up. But it would definitely be dope to have some new people on the show. We got a couple episodes planned out. Hold up. Trying to. Yo, Mackenzie, I appreciate the $5 Cash App, man. Major love on that. Appreciate you. Oh, my bad. Young D. Appreciate you, man. You're the real one, man. And anybody else that wants to show some love to the channel, shoot me a Cash App if you want to donate to the channel. If not, it's all good. Hit that like button. Check out the most recent episode of Hip Hop Trivia. You know what I mean? You could show love in other ways than donating to the channel. But if anyone wants to go the extra mile, just know that I appreciate it. Know that it goes a long way into me setting up these content. You know what I mean? Setting up these videos, actually coming on and jumping in front of the camera. It goes a long way. But I just want to let y'all know that it's really appreciated. Young D, oh, you watched the trivia, bro? I need everybody to go check out the trivia. The Cash App donation is pinned. So right now, I want everyone to go join in this joint. Hip Hop Trivia. Please go check it out if you haven't yet. I'd really appreciate it, man. Like, click out of this video right now and go watch the Hip Hop Trivia Battle. Hit me up on Instagram. Let me know if you'd want to be a part of it. Let me know if you just maybe want to continue watching it. I'm trying to build the fan base on it. I'm trying to see if, there's really an audience that wants to see it. We got some pretty interesting questions in there about, you know what I mean? G Unit, Lloyd Banks, LL Cool J, I meant to say. All types of different shit. Tupac, all different types of shit. Super Now says, any new movies your brother's making? Yeah, he's definitely jumping into some new movies, new TV shows this year. As far as Slapface 2, we're going to focus on releasing Slapface 1 this fall. My brother's going to be releasing Slapface in the fall, so I'll let y'all know. And it would be dope if y'all would purchase that. I'll get some copies for you guys. You know what I mean? So you guys can actually purchase them as well, hopefully. I should be able to make that happen. You already know, Super Now. Major salute to you for tapping in tonight, my dude. Hashtag free the men. Damn right. And I appreciate everybody running up the numbers on my new interview with AR Rab. We just crossed 20,000 views. Really shows me that y'all can make a difference. So do me a favor and go watch the hip hop trivia battle right now. You know, you know. Yo, Suave, what poppin', man? Appreciate you for tapping in. Tap in with the hip hop trivia battle if you could, man. I'd love to know your thoughts on it. Maybe you could even come on the show. You know what I mean? Or you could just, check out a new show that you might be interested in if you're not really into trivia too much like that, actually participating. Indica versus sativa, it's difference, man. You got to love them both. I'm pretty sure right now I'm smoking on a hybrid. Yo, Super Now Productions, major salute to you on the $5 Cash App, man. I appreciate the love, brother. Appreciate the love. Thanks, Suave. Thanks, Suave. Well, I'm doing interviews right now, Suave, for 400. If you want to do an interview or if you want to jump on a live, we can figure something out. Hit me on the DM, Mikey T _ the movie star. But I am doing interviews over Zoom right now, so it really doesn't matter where you're at. I've been doing interviews with artists from Cleveland. I've been doing interviews with artists from Florida, from California. You know what I'm saying? So it's, you know what I mean? It's just love right now. Or if you just want to come on the show, hit me on the gram. We can figure something out. But when it comes to indica versus sativa, it really depends on what you want, man. Like I said, I got a indica on deck right now. I mean, not an indica. It's a hybrid. I got a hybrid on deck for sure. Like it's half and half. But I'm more into just having them both. You're going to want a sativa sometimes during the day. Sometimes at night, you're going to want an indica. Sometimes during the day, you're going to want an indica. You know what I mean? So you got that lazy feel to you. Sometimes you're going to want a sativa so you're up, Adam, ready to go. Sometimes you're going to want a sativa because you're doing a podcast that night. Anything like that. Yeah, man, hit that hit that Cash App. You want to drop for your project? Yeah, shoot a $100 donation to my Cash App, and I got you an ill drop for your project. Swab TV. Damn, George, the anxiety be getting you up and like, you know what I mean? Like Adam and shit. That's what's up. Yeah, I've done a couple drops for mixtapes before, like for Bang'em Smurfs mixtape. I did a pretty fire drop for Bang'em's mixtape, you know. Let's see what's going on here. Let me jump on the gram real quick. Before we shut out this live. Yo, hippie 2 Mars, rewind the video, man. We discussed it earlier. I'm closing out the video right now. No disrespect. Appreciate you for tuning in, though, hippie 2 Mars. About to simulcast right now on Instagram as long as I can. Smoking on that Legend OG. Okay, I see you. Smoking on that Legend. Yeah, we're closing out the night strong, though, you guys. We are closing out the night strong. I'm fitting to find something to watch and just call it a night. If anybody has any questions, I'll ask you guys final questions. Posting it up right now. What up, y'all? What's poppin'? Stan, Mike Tizzle, what's up? Quan, what up? Appreciate you, George. Salute to you, man. Yeah, I'm just ending out my YouTube live tonight. I had a dope live. Oh, I don't know, bro, because I'm the hottest dude and I'm like the hottest new dude actually doing interviews. Probably mad at me because I've actually done interviews with Lil Wayne and stuff like that. Rick Ross, you know what I mean? Probably. Oh, it was just a drop on his mixtape, my dude. It was actually just a drop on his mixtape. Yeah, I've done a few drops on a few artist mixtapes. A few people have actually, you know what I mean, had me do hostings and shit like that. But Smurf is family. You know what I mean? So Smurf wanted me to get on his mixtape and shit like that. Black Mirror, that's a TV show, isn't it? Run Game. Yeah, George, I saw Mystic River. That movie was dope as hell. That movie was dope as hell. Another one that's kind of similar to it. I want actually there's a lot of movies that are similar to Mystic River. That whole aspect of the twist. But yeah, I saw Mystic River like twice. Yo, salute. Appreciate you for tuning in, Ali Roberts. Demon Time 187, my bad, man. Yeah, I'd be in Boston, Stant. Yeah, Earn. My guy Dirty O was telling me that J. Cole dropped a new project, actually. Oh shit. Make sure y'all subscribe. That's right. Everyone in here, subscribe if you haven't. Follow me on Instagram right now if you haven't. Appreciate everybody for tapping in tonight. If you guys want to shoot me a Cash App donation to show your love to the channel, it's Cash App Mikey T Movie. You'll see it right there. It's pinned up, you guys. But major salute to y'all for tuning in, man. Actually, man, I got like, I'm not going anywhere. George. Let me talk to you, man. George on my YouTube live just said that he thinks that A Man Apart was better than Without Remorse by Tom Clancy. Without Remorse was a spot on movie, bro. Without Remorse was like a classic movie. I'm on YouTube live right now, guys. Without Remorse was probably the best movie that I've seen all year, man. And I can't say the same about A Man Apart, even that year it came out. A Man Apart was one of Vin Diesel's best movies, you know what I mean, when it came to a dramatic aspect, but it was not as good as Without Remorse. Also, I'm going to go one further. Michael B. Jordan is better than Vin Diesel. Yes, better at acting. And Vin, you know what I mean? I'm just giving it to you right there. Michael B. Jordan's Without Remorse was way better. Like, A Man Apart was probably like a 7.5. Michael B. Jordan's Without Remorse was easily like a 9.5. So I'm gonna actually, if I'm being that critical, because I wanted to, if A Man Apart's a 7.5, Without Remorse is a 10. Yeah, I did an interview with Hellrell. Yep, I've done an interview with Hellrell in the past. Yeah, the storyline of A Man Apart was awesome. So you're basically comparing the storylines of how they both lost their wife. I see what you're saying there. Man Apart, I did like the scene where they broke into Vin Diesel's house. You know what I mean? I think maybe I like that scene better than the way that they did it with Without Remorse. But just overall, Without Remorse was better. Like when Michael B. Jordan jumped into that car that was on fire, when Michael B. Jordan was driving in the car and he took it off the bridge and into the water, and he was like, "You're gonna say my wife's name. You're gonna say." What should I watch tonight, though, you guys? What should I watch tonight, you guys? That's the question I have, though. What should I watch tonight? Can anybody give me any options? I really like horror, thriller type films like that. What do y'all think I should watch tonight? Somebody give me some ideas, you guys. I need some ideas. Mortal Kombat, I already watched it, bro. Yeah, I liked it. I actually liked Mortal Kombat, to be 100% with you guys. I was actually just getting told to watch Fifth Element, but I want something a little bit more serious. You know what I mean? I heard it's kind of interesting because I guess Bruce Willis is playing like a Joe Schmo in it or something. Only issue I have with Black Mirror, bro, is it's a show. I just Live Free 2018. I just watched all the Da Vinci Codes, and let me tell you, by the third one, I was like, damn, I wish this shit didn't end. What up, Eric? What's popping with you? The Da Vinci Code, yeah, that was great. But Black Mirror, bro, how long is it? How many episodes is it? Give me a little bit of information. Impeccable. Unholy, I saw that in theaters, George. Yeah, I saw that in theaters, but Slumdog Millionaire, who's in that one? What up, Big Driver? Appreciate you guys with the movie selections tonight, man. Who can tell me what I should watch? Nah, I'm not doing no series, you guys. I want a movie. Let me see what's even, let me see what's my options. Let me see what's my options. If you guys haven't seen it yet, go check out Things Heard and Seen with actually that chick Amanda Seyfried. It's a horror movie, guys. It's pretty good. Also with Barry Pepper, Trigger Point is pretty good. If you liked A Man Apart, you would probably like Trigger Point with Barry Pepper. The majority of you have probably already seen Nobody. What's Diesel? Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything that's catching me. Woman's Cursed. Oh, nope, that didn't look good either. I started watching that. That was trash. The Banishing wasn't good. I seen Annabelle King Koopa. Thank you for the suggestion, though, man. The Little Things was trash, George. That Denzel movie, The Little Things, was absolute garbage, man. I don't understand what the hell Denzel Washington was thinking making that film. Alpha Dog was all right. Yeah, I seen that years ago. Yeah, I saw Alpha Dog years ago. Saw Alpha Dog years ago, to be honest with you, man. But all right, y'all, go on YouTube if you want to. Ooh, Breach was horrid, George. Breach was horrid. Did you see that? What was up with those graphics at the end, man? Okay. Yeah, I never watched Boondock Saints. That's not a horror movie, though, right? Run Game says Black Mirror taps into the collective unease about the modern world, particularly regarding both intended and unintended consequences of new technologies and the effect they have on society and individuals. Not really catching me, bro. Not really catching me. Now, I was told to watch that movie with Channing Tatum about something Logan. Something about Logan. They steal a car or something like that. Anybody know what I'm talking about? But yeah, I'm fitting to go tap into that. Fitting to go find something to watch, you guys. I appreciate everybody tapping in tonight. Stay tuned for my new exclusive interviews dropping. Go check out Hip Hop Trivia episode 3 out now. Thank you all.